up? I see you over there cheering. You got somebody on the team?
Well, of course.
Do you? Oh.
And the girls too, boys.
You come to watch them all?
Oh,
All right.
not lately. I get too busy. But every so once in a while, I gotta make some time.
Yeah.
See if Grand Rapids is too tired to play. I think they're too tired.
It'll be interesting because these guys are going to be good.
Hey, do you think our varsity can do it? All right. Let's see ya. We're going on.
Yeah, there's no one usually there. Someone just to your left, a couple spaces, but.
Okay. Do I have?
You could go up here, but it's a hell of a thing to go up there.
Yeah. Okay. You got it? Let me hear your dulcet tones.
Hello to you, Sheldon, on the Sabbath.
All right. It is the Sabbath.
It's time for Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105Radio.com.
Coming in, shot, goal! Ren Morquay makes it 2-0. Sneaking in on the backside, picks the top corner. And it's 2-0 Grand Rapids.
This game is brought to you by Chad Sturl, Attorney at Law, Super One Foods, White Pine Jewelers, Jimmy John's, and Itasca Reliable Insurance. This game is also brought to you by McDonald's, Ray's Sport Marine, Affinity Plus, Taco John's, and Deerwood Bank. This game is also brought to you by S&S Meats, Grand Rapids Dental Care, Nutra's in the Corner, Mackley Auto Repair, Edge of the Wilderness Lakes and Homes Realty, Midland Title, and the Motor Shop.
Del Greco. Out front, backhand right in front, shot, goal! Garrett drops, picks it up to the edge of the crease, backhands it, past Tuttle, and Grand Rapids has a 5-2 lead.
This game is also brought to you by Claremont Financial Advisors, Timberlake Lodge, Grand Rapids General Motors, Sammy's Pizza, Grand Rapids State Bank, and Paul Bunyan Communications. Thunderhawk Hockey is also brought to you by CarQuest Auto Parts, Woodland Bank, Roth RV, Edward Jones, Lake Country Power, First American Title Insurance, Itasca County Abstract, Essentia Health, and Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment.
Now here's Easton Young. Young shot, scores! Easton Young makes it 1-0 Grand Rapids.
Thunderhawk Hockey starts now on J105, The Thunder.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to the IRA Civic Center. I set up a cot in the back room, just stayed here. Oh, no, I didn't really. Sheldon Willis along with Tom Downing here on J105 and on our live YouTube stream. Looking forward to another good one. And today has a long way to go to equal the drama of last night.
Well, you can't, it's hard to fight an overtime game with a 2-1-8 section, or not a section opponent, but from the north.
Yep.
And it was, it was billed as the 8 and 9 teams coming in, and it didn't let anybody down. I can't imagine anybody left the rink last night disappointed, unless it was to see the blowing snow outside when they got out there. How was your drive home during that?
Well, it was a drive. It was all right.
Yeah,
no problems.
Okay.
No problems. Just take it easy. Take your time.
Right.
Just like you do when you walk in a parking lot these days. Do the little penguin shuffle. Put the arms out. And we're good. That's the Northern Minnesota dance, isn't
That's
it?
right.
That penguin shuffle.
Got to do it. You got to know how.
Yeah, you better. You fall on your butt if you don't. Actually, I fall on my face even in the arena, as we talked about last night. But I'm good to go today. And for Grand Rapids, we'll hear from Coach Chido here in the pregame show. But not very happy with the team's work ethic last night, but he makes the comment, we need to work smarter.
He was happy with the work
He
ethic?
was happy with how hard they worked.
Just didn't think they did it very intelligently.
Not all the time.
Okay.
And, and I think there is something to be said about getting back up to that top-end speed And certainly the line shuffling with Caden Nelson out made some difference as well. It's not an excuse. It's just a little bit of what entered into the game. And this team is probably very much like Moorhead at the top end and a little deeper.
Yeah, well, they're rated number 4 in the state. They still got a 12-3 record, and they've played some pretty good teams, you know. They lost to Benilde, lost to Hermantown, and I think the only other loss Andover.
2-1. So you want to be the best in the state. Here's a team that's right there, and this is a game that Grand Rapids desperately wants to win, and they're going on back-to-backs here, and that makes it tougher as well. You got to get the blood flowing here this afternoon.
I'm still old school, and I think these kids are young enough to be able to recover, but I know that they compete at a much higher level than they did when I was a kid.
Well, and I think I agree with you on the bodies. I think recovering mentally and being ready to go is almost harder, after a tough overtime loss.
That's probably true, but you can take the mentality there that, hey, we lost to a good team last night. Yep. We got an even better team maybe coming in tomorrow. Let's forget about tonight's loss and go on and get ready for the rest, because it's not going to get any easy. I mean, Wayzata, who did they beat last night? I think
Roseau.
They beat Roseau.
Yep.
So they're coming to town. St. Thomas is coming to town. Hermantown. Hill Murray's here today. It's just incredible high school hockey. It's
a lot of fun. This is the Itasca County Public Health pregame show, and they remind you to get enough sleep. Children should get 9 to 11 hours, teenagers 8 to 10, and get some Z's and be at your best at school or at the game. We'll take our first break, and when we come back, it's Super Joe with a look back at last night's game against Moorhead. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
What is up, everybody? It's Brendan here coming at you from Spartan Deli, and if this is the first time you've heard about us, then you are welcome. If you also happen to be on the path of improving your health and you're wondering where the best place to eat in town is, well, you found it, guys. It's right here at Spartan Deli, located in the Central Square Mall, where everything on our menu is 100% good for you and it tastes amazing. We're open 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday, and for more information, you can check us out at SpartanDeli.com.
Baby, it's cold outside, but the deals are hot at S&S Meat. Now's the time to stock your freezer with a meat bundle. Regardless of which meat bundle you prefer, you'll receive for free your choice of 10 pounds of chicken leg quarters or 5 pounds of assorted pork chops. And in addition to the smoking hot deals on the meat bundles, all pork chops plus and roast are on sale. For an even better deal, get a whole pork loin cut and wrapped to your liking. S&S Meats, one delicious meal after another. Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids.
Hey, it's Taylor from White Pine Jewelers. Let us help you with all your jewelry needs this season, whether it's repairing your family heirlooms or finding the perfect gift. We have a wide selection of inventory available to us in all price ranges, and most repairs are done in-house, often with a 1-week turnaround. With nearly 40 years of experience, you can trust that we'll do our best to find or create whatever it is you have in mind. White Pine Jewelers, located behind McDonald's in the Kegama Plaza, South Grand Rapids. On Facebook and online at whitepinejewelers.com.
Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert and their team at Grand Rapids Dental Care are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all of their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com or call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks!
You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at McDonald's.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work and a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at McDonald's.com. I'm loving it.
Infinity Plus is a proud supporter of our local hockey programs. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. Stop in and see us for your everyday needs and big life events, like opening up a membership for your child's first saving or checking account, or purchasing that home or fancy car. We would love for you to take advantage of our competitive low rates. Best of luck to our local hockey teams on a great season. Affinity Plus is insured by the NCUA. And you can learn more about us at affinityplus.org.
This is Easton Young with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Welcome back to the pregame show on J105 The Thunder. Grand Rapids Hockey staying at home today, second of a back-to-back. This afternoon, they take on Hill Murray. Hi there, I'm Joe Gigliotti. We will have more on today's matchup with the Pioneers in just a bit. Right now, we take a look back to last night's contest against Moorhead. Two of the top-ranked teams in the state of Minnesota, both ranked in the top 10, and it would be Moorhead sneaking by with a 5-4 win in overtime. The Spuds on the board first in the opening period, a goal from Carson Triggs at 8:39. Grand Rapids answers a few minutes later. Unassisted goal for Easton Young. We're tied at 1. The Thunderhawks take the lead on a goal from Joey Del Greco. Assist to Blaine Mortensen and Ren Morkway. 2-1 Grand Rapids. They make it 3-1. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first, a goal from Sam Sturl.
Del Greco wins the draw, gets it to Sturl at the point. Sturl shot, goal! Oh, Weagle never saw it. There was traffic in front, went over his shoulder and in.
Assist to Del Greco and Garrett Drotz. 3-1 Grand Rapids after 1. We go to the second, and Gavin Lindberg starts his big night for Moorhead. He scores 26 seconds into the period, but Grand Rapids maintaining a 3-2 lead after 2. We go to the third, Lindberg again, and once again very early in the period, this time 37 seconds. We're tied at 3. Moorhead then takes the lead. Harper Bentz at 6:53 makes it 4-3 Moorhead. But then, with 3 minutes left, Grand Rapids on the power play, a mad scramble in front of the Moorhead net, and Garrett Drotz finally puts it home.
Now here's Easton Young. Young comes up the near side, drops it for Garrett Drotz. We might as well have overtime. Shot, save, rebound. Morkway, his shot, another save behind, and the puck in the crease. This
I think Drotz dug that baby in there, coming in on his forehand. Somehow whacked it through.
Tied 4-4. We go to overtime, and it would be Lindberg finishing off his hat trick, winning the game for Moorhead at 5:14.
Sam Sturl, who tries a dangerous play, and a shot goal. Gavin Lindberg.
Guess who got it?
The hat trick for Lindberg, and that will do it as Moorhead gets a 5-4 win with 2:46 to go in overtime.
Lindberg also with an assist to go along with his hat trick on the night, a goal and 3 assists for Carson Triggs. For Grand Rapids, 2 points apiece for Del Greco, Morkway, and Drotz. Miles Gunderson, the loss in net, he makes 32 saves. Kai Weagle, the win, he also makes 32 saves. Moorhead outshoots Grand Rapids 37-36. The Grand Rapids win streak ends at 8. The Thunderhawks are 13-4. They take on Hill Murray today. When we come back, the Chido Chat. Sheldon Willis visits with the Grand Rapids head coach. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
We are excited to announce the Timberlake's Pasta Bar is back. Join us Wednesday evenings at the Timberlake from 5 to 8 p.m. The pasta combinations are almost endless. Create your own pasta with over a dozen different ingredients, homemade sauces, and pastas. Please call 326-2600 to reserve your spot. It's delicious and exactly what you want. The Pasta Bar, every Wednesday at the Timberlake.
This is Scott at Mackley Auto Repair, reminding you it's the perfect time of the year for an alignment. It not only helps with tire wear, it also helps with how your car handles and performs. We have the latest equipment, so call us at Mackley's Auto Repair, located in downtown Coleraine. And as always, we'd like to thank our loyal customers and look forward to meeting the new ones.
My name is Jenna Madal. I'm an account service representative at Grand Rapids State Bank. After working in sales for AT&T for 5 years, I came back home when COVID hit, and I was grateful to find a job here. I love my coworkers and the team attitude we have. It feels really great to work in a good family atmosphere at this job. I have many friends and family connections in the area, and I enjoy seeing them all when they come to visit the bank. Grand Rapids State Bank, this is my community and my bank.
Member FDIC, Grand Rapids State Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
The Motor Shop wants to wish all of our student athletes the best of luck this season. At the Motor Shop, we service and sell all motors for every heating system. Heck, bring in the whole squirrel cage and we'll hand it back to you ready to go. Snow blowers not running? No problem for the Motor Shop. The Motor Shop does service on all makes and models of ATVs, snowmobiles, and side-by-sides. The Motor Shop also has sharpening service. So bring in your knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and other circular saw blades. If it has a motor, gas or electric, simple. The Motor Shop.
Hi, this is Andrea, deli manager at Super One North. I invite you to come in and see what we have in our deli. With my 30-plus years of experience, my staff and I are here to offer you the best customer service, as well as the largest olive, salad, and hot bar in the area. We freshly slice our meat and cheeses daily, and we'll cut anything to your liking. See something that looks good? Ask us for a sample. Looking for the best fried chicken in town? Look no longer. Super One Foods is the place. Super One Foods, proud to be a part of your community.
Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center is now open at Paul Bunyan Communications in Grand Rapids. For both in-warranty and out-of-warranty service on Apple products and computer repair, bring it to the new Paul Bunyan Communications office at 510 Southeast 21st Street. We can help with hardware or software problems, spill damage, screen replacement, virus removal, and more. For service on your Apple product and PC repair, come to Paul Bunyan Communications, Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center, now open in Grand Rapids.
Hi, this is Travis Verbick with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Public Health pregame show on J105. Wade Chido, head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Did you leave in between games, or did you just pull out a cot?
Yeah, I got out of here pretty quick last night to get some sleep and reboot the engine and get ready for another tough team today against Hill Murray.
Well, and we were talking before the game. We knew that was you hadn't faced that level of competition for a while. Did it take the team a little bit to just kind of adjust to being back at that pace?
I'm sure it did. The first couple of shifts of the game, but this team, we're an older club. I know I keep saying that, and they've been through the ringer with games that are going to be up and down with different speeds and different levels. And I thought as the first period wore on, we got better, and I actually thought we played a very good first period.
And certainly the lines were shuffled last night with Caden out. So how much did that affect the game, did you think?
Well, it affected the rhythm for us, and I was trying to piecemeal it at times, and it affected the rhythm. It affected the ice time. I think some guys got a little bit more ice time than normal, and you could tell that their legs got heavy, and they rejuvenated, in the second period especially, and just the rhythm part. And the power play was probably the big effect. Right. That first unit, he's a big cog to that power play, and we kind of kept it simple with the guy that replaced him, just because he's kind of dialed in with that bump position, and so that was probably the biggest part of it is the PP aspect of it.
So overall, I guess your evaluation, we talked around it a little bit, but your evaluation of last night's game, obviously you wanted the win.
I thought we worked, right? I thought we worked hard. I thought we did a lot of good things. We got below the puck way too much, or above the puck, excuse me, and in neutral zone we gave them too many odd man 3-on-2s, meaning that we got a little antsy. We didn't stay home. Sometimes you can work hard, but you got to work smart at the same time. The forecheck, I thought our third guy was a little below the top of the circles at times, which caught us, and it was too easy for them to break out. Just a couple things like that. I thought we just got above it too much in the game. We got better as the game wore on. We talked about it, but that happens when you're playing a few teams in a row that you can cheat it a little bit. And it basically, we had to hone in and get back to playing a little bit more structured, especially in our neutral zone.
So it doesn't get any easier this afternoon with Hill Murray coming in. They're actually ranked higher than what Moorhead was. This is a top quality team in Minnesota.
It is. They're going to be tough. They clog things up. They make it difficult on you. They're going to be defensively very sound. Probably one of the better well-coached teams in the state of Minnesota. This coach obviously has been there for many years, and he knows what to expect and how to expect it, and those kids play the way that he teaches them. And this is going to be, to me, is a mini playoff-style game. I think it's a must-win on our end, and I think we need to come out and play a very sound playoff-style game.
Well, and it is the quick turnaround as well. Is the team ready for that? 2 really tough games in 2 days?
Well, they better be, because at the end of the year, in the state tournament, that's the way it's going to be. So we better be ready to go.
Well, we're looking forward to another good one. It was fun last night, other than the final result. So looking forward to another good one.
Yeah, thank you.
That is head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, Wade Chido. Anything stick out from Chido's comments to you, Tom?
Well, you had mentioned before below the puck, and he said, above the puck.
Sorry.
But then he talked about them being a little high. So I guess I'm a little confused. I understand what he's saying, because they did break it out because the guy was down too low, and they
that part
they make
I
the first pace, and you get to the second guy, and out of the zone they went. But we'll have to ask him a little more in depth about that. But the other thing he said is the state tournament. This is how you got to play when you're down there. You play late one night, you might play in the afternoon the next day, but the fact that he's even thinking about that tells you he knows he's got a good hockey team.
Yes,
he's just got to get him to play at the level he wants every stinking game.
He called this a must-win game. That's kind of interesting for
Would you agree with that?
Still being in January. No, actually, no. I actually wouldn't, although it'll go a long way to the psyche of this team. If they pull off a win today, they're 1-1 against really good competition. You get that top 5 win under your belt, and everyone feels great.
Yeah, that would certainly help to build some confidence as they go on. But, I don't even know if these guys lack any of that. They just look like they're confident in their abilities out there. And so I think if Coach Chido can get them, and I always go back to the team that he brought to the state from Bemidji. I didn't think they were that good, but they sure skated and they sure played as a team.
Yes, they did.
And I think that's what he's looking for.
This is the Itasca County Public Health pregame show. Another break. We'll be back with longtime head coach of the Hill Murray Pioneers, Bill Lechner, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
We're here with Kirk Adams, Northern Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I am working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength. From sun up to sunset, we've put the power in your hands to help you work the land. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, your John Deere authority, your helping hand. We'll get it done. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength.
Patty Jook of Edge of the Wilderness Realty was born and raised in Grand Rapids and brings 36 years of experience to the team. The Northland is a special place with beautiful landscapes and hidden gems behind every patch of trees. Let Patty help you find yours. Call Patty today at 218-259-1603 or visit eowrealty.com for current listings. Love where you live? Live on the edge. Edge of the Wilderness Realty.
What do you find in a Sammy's Pizza kitchen? Their family recipe sauce with a secret mix of seasonings, dough made fresh each morning, crimped into the perfect crust, specialty meats, and real mozzarella cheese, all making up their famous bite-sized squares. They're cooking up experiences that bring together family and friends to create lasting traditions. Visit them at 802 South Pokegama Avenue in Grand Rapids or order online at sammyspizzagrandrapids.com.
Roth RV has Ice Trek fish houses in stock. Designed and manufactured in Minnesota's North Country, where they know what it takes to build tough and durable equipment to withstand the worst of winter. The Ice Trek all-aluminum alloy frame is hand-welded at every seam, and with the all-aluminum alloy, there's no rusting and no frame deterioration due to road salt. Ice Trek skids are delivered open shell, which allows custom finishing. Roth RV also has Forest River's Grey Wolf ice fish houses, engineered with impeccable quality, offering a spacious interior to keep you comfortable. Roth RV.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sterl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sterl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sterl at Sterl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Hockey.
Hi, this is Gus Drennan with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to the Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Public Health pregame show. I'm J105, Bill Lechner, head coach of the Hill Murray Pioneers. And we were just having a mutual admiration society before I turned the recorder on. But it's always great to have Hill Murray here. Last year we didn't get a lot of these regional meetings. It's great to have them back.
Right. Yeah, no, we appreciate you having us. Obviously, we had a long, great relationship with Grand Rapids. We were talking about it at breakfast this morning with our coaches about when I started this. I was with Len Ellingson, longtime coach here, so we've been through a lot. But yeah, great program, and we love playing you guys, going back and forth every year.
Well, and I guess you're one of the grand old men of hockey now in Minnesota. You've outlasted a lot.
It's kind of crazy, yeah, when you look back and you kind of reminisce as you're sitting on the bus coming up here. And I started this when I was 23, and I'm now 68. So I was starting to count the bus rides up to Grand Rapids, and it's in the 60s just with one team.
And certainly, you talk about there's a Grand Rapids tradition, there's the Hill Murray tradition going way back. This year's team, another one of those good teams. Talk a little bit about the success this year.
Well, so far so good, but obviously we're watching Grand Rapids too. They're very good, and they had a tough game last night, but I know they're very ready and they're very capable. Yeah, we're doing okay. You don't want to be too arrogant. It's a lot, we got to learn every day. They're still kids. As soon as you think as soon as you think you got something really going, then there'll be chinks in the armor. So, but a good group, hardworking. I was just talking to your coach, to Wade, and we have really nice kids, so that's half the battle. They're pretty good hockey players, but they're nicer kids, and that's fun too to be around them. And they believe in each other and work hard every day at practice.
Well, and any coach I've talked to that's had success over a long period of time, you have to like high school kids. If you don't, you're not going to last.
Yeah. What's changed, and it's not about me, but when I started, I was like their big brother, and they wanted to sit with you on the bus, and now I'm grandpa and just leave them alone in the front of the bus and everything in between. But yeah, no, you have to have a relationship. When that goes away, we got to disappear. But the kids are very respectful and got a good relationship, and I got a great coaching staff from young to all ages, so they can kind of be their big brother, the younger ones, and the roles change.
So has your coaching style changed over the years?
I guess, my main assistant, Pat Schaffhauser, who is now, 50, and he was playing for me when he was 14, 15, said I've mellowed. It's like, after practice I'll go, that's pretty tough on the kids. And he'll go, no, you weren't. You're soft compared to what it was. But, it's different times. And, I think, to be on a serious note, you have to have the values. I believe we still have to have the values that we had in the 70s and 80s in a 2022 world. That's the key, is how to get at these kids, because it's different. It's more cosmetic, it's more visual, it's more, it's not old-time locker room and old equipment, and it's a new world that we got to adjust to, but we still try and hold the values of the 70s and put it in a new world.
Well, yeah, the communication style changes, but not what you're trying to get to.
Correct. That's the whole thing.
So who are some of the leaders? Who are some of the guys to watch right now? It looked like a pretty balanced team top to bottom.
Pretty balanced. Some years you have those really top enders, and then so we have quality. We have, our captains, I'll start with them. Dylan Godbout, who will be going to Wisconsin. His dad played for the Gulf. He's our senior forward captain. That's our leader up front. And then Leo Gruba and Axel Bagley, our defensemen, that they've been with us 4 years and 3 years on varsity. So all those guys played in, when we've been successful and had championships, state, 2020 and last year. So we lean on them, and then there's a good support group around them.
Well, it's again, as we started, it's fun having you here in Grand Rapids. Good luck today, Coach.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate all you do.
And that is head coach, longtime head coach of the Hill Murray Pioneers, Bill Lechner. He is one of my favorite coaches to talk to.
Okay, yeah, I love hearing his interviews.
And, just since I've been here at Rapids, since 14, most years we play Hill Murray, so most years I do get to chat with him at least once. And it's a lot of fun.
He mentioned the guy that's played for him and is now coaching with him, right?
Yeah, who's 50 now.
Yeah, that's the guy that's in the chair.
Oh,
there's
really?
a guy that has played or coached for Hill Murray that's in a wheelchair, and the guy standing next to me said that Dale Anderson at the arena here today, not today, but this year, you'll notice that door down there is wider, and they made it for this guy to be able to get onto the ice and get into the bench.
And I see that it's a brighter cover there, hasn't been beat up as long.
Yeah, it's a new door, and they set it up just for this guy to come on. Anyway, he played for Bill, got injured in Europe, and now he's over here in a wheelchair coaching with Bill.
That's a great story.
That is nice.
And this has been the Itasca Public Health pregame show, and they would like to remind you that it's okay not to be okay from time to time. Your mental well-being, very important, and if you don't feel right, talk to someone who can help. You can't have good health without good mental health. Well, we didn't talk as much about the JV game as we did last night, which was an overtime game, and it was a 5-0 win for the Hill Murray Pioneers, and they pretty much dominated from start to finish in that JV game. They've got a couple players that be on most varsity teams, to my eyes.
Yeah, they look like they had an extreme, and this is what you expect from Hill Murray. Like their varsity team is laden with 11th and 12th graders, not many 10th, and I think one 9th. And their JV has no seniors on it, very few juniors on it. That's how they build down there, is they just keep bringing them in.
Time for starting lineups, brought to you by Skoglund Electric. For all your electrical contracting needs, residential, commercial, and industrial, it's Skoglund Electric, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Athletics. For the Hill Murray Pioneers, they will start at center, Nate Hardy. Number 10. On one wing will be Brady Ingebrigtsen, and the other wing will be Dylan Godbout. We'll say his name a lot. 30 points on the year, 17 goals, 13 assists for the Wisconsin recruit. At one defense will be Alex Bigley. Bigley, a 6'2", 200-pounder, 2 goals, 15 assists. Well, that sounds like a carbon copy of Ren Morquay, doesn't it? And Bigley is one of the captains. Also, Leo Gruba on the other defense. And Gruba, 6'2", 205, 3 goals, and 12 assists. He is also a senior. In net will be Jack Erickson. Erickson, 5-0-0, 1 goals against average, 944 save percentage. He was not the starter earlier, and he's a little shorter than the original starter. Nick Erickson, who is not with the team anymore, is 7-3-0 this year, but Jack Erickson the starter tonight, and his backup will be Andrew Lane. For the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, in net, they start Miles Gunderson, number 1, 12-4-0, 205 goals against average. On defense will be Will Stauffer and Ren Morquay, a junior and a senior. And up front, we're going back to the first line of Del Greco, Drotz, and Caden Nelson. We got a new nickname for Caden Nelson. Super Joe gave it to him in the sports issue this morning. We were having a good time. How about Slot Machine?
Slot Machine.
He is.
Okay.
He lives there, doesn't he? We've talked about that all the time, how he likes it in front of the net. We were chatting with him about it, and Joe came up with Slot Machine for his nickname. We'll see if he can go there and pull in a couple jackpots.
He'll probably be a president or something someday. I mean, isn't this the same guy that brought you a Dr. Pepper because he heard you liked him?
Exactly. Exactly. Caden brought me a Dr. Pepper while I was doing the camera for the JV game. I said, how did you know I like Dr. Pepper? And here Caden Nelson being introduced. Not only did he bring me a pop, which is one thing, and he knew I went back and I listened to some of the broadcasts, and I heard you say it on the air.
So he does listen, because I didn't even know you liked Dr. Pepper.
It was probably a game Clapton was doing with me. Another break. We'll be back with the drop of the puck. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
At Woodland Bank, we've built our business on long-term relationships. That means we work with local small businesses to be a partner in their success. After all, when they succeed, so do we. In fact, so does the whole community. If you're ready to start a business or grow your existing business, you should give Woodland Bank a call today. Come on over to Woodland Bank and bank easy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Taco Tuesday is calling.
Tuesday!
Get seasoned beef tacos for just 99 cents each every Taco Tuesday. Craver Savers.
Crunching.
Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
True taco lovers can't say Tuesday without thinking taco, especially at the home of Taco Tuesday, Taco John's. So this taco, head to Tuesday John's for Taco Tuesday for 99-cent deals on delicious beef Tuesdays. Tacos. Taco John's.
Home closing can be stressful, even more so when you're not working with local professionals. Midland Title is the top choice when you want a local expert. They bank locally, and the salaries paid stay local. Plus, they will work hard to accommodate your schedule with flexible closing times. Their staff understands the Iron Range communities. Call Midland Title today to arrange your next closing. 218-328-8672. Proud to support Grand Rapids High School athletics.
I'm Danielle Witherow, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of the Grand Rapids Edward Jones offices for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
At Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one. At Grand Rapids GM, the Carr Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Hi, this is Sam Sturl with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
And we're just about ready for hockey action. Once again, our starting lineups were brought to you by Skoglund Electric. This is going into the weekend, the number 9 team, the number 4 team in the state of Minnesota. And for Grand Rapids, if they'd lose both games, I would assume they would drop a little bit in the rankings, even though they're both the teams ranked above them.
Yeah, they'd probably drop out of the top 10, but who cares?
I don't really care about that. Let's have some good hockey.
That's right.
And we are expecting it just like we were last night. I would say the difference, not a lot of differences between this Hill Murray team and Moorhead. Maybe Hill Murray a little more defensively structured. I think it's going to be even harder to get scoring chances.
I think you're right there. The stats kind of show that out.
As Grand Rapids with Easton Young bangs it into the offensive zone. Going after it is Caden Nelson. If anyone has fresh legs, should be him, right?
I'd play him lots.
They will. As Slot Machine tries to dig it out against Leo Gruba. I'll use that some. It just seems to flow. As Drotz out front, shot right on, and the save by Erickson. And there's a good grade A chance for Del Greco right off the bat.
Quick release, middle slot.
Del Greco keeps trying to go forward. He was slowed down. Now he'll put the puck over to Drotz. Drotz tips it into the offensive zone and goes after it.
Fairly lengthy first shift for the team.
Yeah, it was almost a minute. And Drotz just getting off the ice now. Puck through center ice as Stauffer bumps it ahead, and the Thunderhawks offside.
Our referees tonight, the Perpich and Skya from up on the range. Linesman is Mr. Thomas Anik right from town here.
And face-off will be outside. Yeah, Anik was the linesman last night too, right?
Yep,
but different referees.
With the Zulkis.
Yep. Off the face-off, puck comes back into the Grand Rapids zone. Back to get it is Morquay. Morquay moves it ahead, tipped out of the zone, but it was tipped way too far back as Sturl got it still on his side of the red line, and the face-off will come all the way back in the Grand Rapids zone off the icing.
Yeah, I mentioned in the pregame a couple of games last night. One of them was number 2 in single A Warroad playing number 9 in single A Denfeld. Not even close.
No, and in some rankings, Denfeld was as high as 4.
Yeah, right. Oh, you're right. That's what it does say here.
As the puck right out in front, there's a shot and a goal. Gunderson had made the initial save. He was out of the play behind the net, and scoring is number 6, Brendan Bonnen. And that's Brian's kid, by the way.
That's right.
And
looks like Madigan maybe on the assist, number 7.
As
we'll find out.
Bonnen will get his 4th goal of the season, and Hill Murray 1-0. I would say the first couple shifts, Grand Rapids actually had the territorial advantage, but right there, Bonnen taking advantage of an open net, other than a defenseman standing there, right. And he didn't have much chance.
This is that time of year, though, where you need a goalie to steal some games for you. Come sections and against good teams like this.
Puck into the Hill Murray zone. Back to get it is Ben Carr. Carr slides it up to the near side. Murphy keeps it in for a moment. Now it's flipped down, and he had the draw to the button perfect, so no icing call. Clearing pass is blocked and stays in the Grand Rapids zone. Murphy tries to move it up to the half wall, but in the corner still is Gianna Hurley. Hurley can't keep it in, and here's Easton Young. Young will get in the zone, drop pass for Drotz. Drotz kicks it into the corner and goes after it. Nelson there as well as Drotz tries to put on the brakes behind the net. He's watched there by Begley, coming out and tripped, and will have a penalty called as Drotz. That's the classic case of keeping the feet moving, and he was pulled down. Grand Rapids will get a power play.
Didn't have any penalties in the first period last night. Here we got a goal and a penalty already.
Nate Hardy will go for tripping, and that was one you're going to call every time. Drotz was trying to cut out from behind the goal line out in front of the net and just had the feet pulled out from under him. Grand Rapids, they had one power play goal last night. It was the tying goal. 31.7% on the power play, 90% penalty kill. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I think
for
they
Hill Murray.
Are both just a notch above the Thunderhawks, both for penalty kill and power play.
As Grand Rapids, they'll shuffle it down low, but it gets past Drotz. Del Greco tries to dig it out to Drotz. Drotz tries to put it in front to Nelson. Having this first power play unit together really helps. Actually, both power play units. Hayden DeMars moved up to this one. One-time shot, goal! Oh, Easton Young pounds it in, and the Thunderhawks score on the power play. That's a Grand Rapids Police Department power play, and they remind you to leave sooner, drive slower, live longer, and shoot like Easton Young.
That was a beautiful shot. I don't know that the goalie was screened, but it was mid-level, maybe upper, and to the corner.
It was. Beat him, I think, just over the pad glove side is what I saw.
Yep.
And Easton Young drives it home. Thunderhawks with a power play goal. We're all tied at 1. Off the faceoff goes to Logan Hensler. Now the Thunderhawks pick it up with Henry Sturl. Sturl with some speed, shot right on, a rebound up in the slot.
Offside.
Oh, they say offside.
That was a late whistle that I could hear.
Yeah, I was going to say crowd was still going, cheering on the goal. Nice crowd here again tonight. Maybe not quite as packed as last night on a Saturday matinee. Del Greco and Drotz with the assists on the Easton Young goal.
Right.
Easton Young, his 6th goal of the season, had one last night as well. Haven't had him on a post game for a while. He was on my list for last night, but stuff happens.
You did a lot of sprinting last night.
I did. I was just going to say last night, both power play units were hampered because Hayden DeMars, who's usually on the second unit, moved up to the first unit, so that changes both of them.
Right.
13:20 to go, 1-1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Puck comes into the Grand Rapids zone. Sam Sturl off the glass and out to center, back into the Grand Rapids zone, where Sam Sturl picks it up again. This time tries to go up the middle, and it's intercepted coming in. Shot! Saved by Gunderson. I'm going to give him the save of the game right away,
and
right there.
That's on Godbout, their leading scorer.
It was, and Godbout had him going across the net, tried to go back on the other side, and Gunderson was able to leave the right pad out far enough. Now here's Drotz, drop pass, Kerr's shot, turned aside by Erickson. Now here's Drotz again. Nice spin right at the half wall. Now tries to spin away from pressure again. Looks to get it down low. He will to Nelson. Nelson chases it up to the half wall. Back to the point to Easton Young. Shoots it in deep to Del Greco. Del Greco looking for Drotz. Back to Young. Shot right on. And Drotz almost had it off the side of the net and into the slot. And now Godbout comes the other way. Dylan Godbout cuts wide. Tries to go past Del Greco. Thunderhawks will pick it up. Out to center ice. Now here comes Joey Del Greco. Cross ice to Drotz. Shot. That's blocked at the defense by Begley. Now Begley gets it out to center and chasing it. Boy, there's a lot of speed on this team. That's Sawyer Seidel, who blew into the Grand Rapids zone. Didn't get a shot on net. Seidel again. And he's third liner. A lot of speed on your third line.
Right.
Puck is into the Hill Murray zone on an icing call. 11:34 to go, 1-1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. And I'm going to say it's faster hockey. It's also cleaner hockey.
It's pretty open so far.
Been pretty open. There's a lot of flow to this game. It is fun to watch. Tied at 1. They fight for it along the half wall in the Grand Rapids zone. Taking it away is Mortensen. Mortensen behind his own net puts on the brakes. Third line out for the Thunderhawks. Morkway ahead to Hayden Davis. Davis can't control it. So Morkway will try again to jump into the rush. Puck still in the zone, comes in front of the net. Dangerous spot. Unable to get it on net was Sturl. Now Gruba jumps into the rush on the near side. Morkway stands that up at the blue line. And we're going to have, anyone who was watching it all knew that was going to be a hand pass long before DeMars touched it. And DeMars put it into the net, which teams can get a little bit annoyed at that.
Yeah. Hockey day in Minnesota. Here we are watching some hockey.
And we haven't talked about that. If Trent Klatt was here, we'd probably be outside today. And I'm okay that we're not, actually.
Yeah, indeed. What was it? The Andover beat Edina 4-0 in the first game that I saw. St. Thomas was playing Minnesota State Mankato right now.
I would put my money on Minnesota State.
Well, it was 0-0 about halfway through the first period. And St. Thomas was holding their own.
On the far side, that wasn't offside. Looked close. As Hill Murray gets into the zone. Back to the point it comes to Carr. Ben Carr, long shot goes over the net, fluttering at the half wall. Thunderhawks fight for it. We're tied at 1, 10:23 to go first period. Thunderhawks deep in their own zone. Easton Young. Backhand pass ahead to Kerr. Kerr ahead to Sturl. Nice pass. Sturl overskates the puck. DeMars can't find it. DeMars looking for help, gets it on net. That's tipped into the corner by the stick of Erickson. And back out and down the ice. No icing on that one. As the puck comes to Begley. Begley in the Hill Murray zone. Goes cross ice for Gruba. Gruba puts it ahead as his first line now out for the Pioneers. Yeah, they're deep, but this first line is something special with Godbout, Hardy, and Ingebretson.
And again, they have about half of the goals of the whole team.
As Thunderhawks were more top heavy earlier, but last couple games, not including last night, that second line getting into the action, evening that out a little bit. Nice job of back checking by Joey Del Greco. Takes that away, tries to move it up the boards, but it's stopped, comes in, shot, saved by Gunderson.
Wow.
And now the puck comes out of danger as Morquay gains the line. Looks to Del Greco. Del Greco's at the end of a shift. You just see he was laboring.
He leaves him a pass ahead, and Del Greco couldn't even come close to it.
As long shot gloved left there. We haven't done our M&H thing. We haven't had a stoppage in play for so long. We're going to get one now. And from that save from a little while ago, giving on the Godbout partial breakaway, giving Miles Gunderson the save of the game. Brought to you by M&H Convenience Store. When you're on the run looking for a quick and healthy snack or drink, M&H Convenience Store is the place to stop. Save 5 cents a gallon when you pay inside. Off the face-off, puck goes to the far side. Taken into the boards hard. There was Verbeek. Verbeek was hit a few times hard last night. He's a Timex, you know. He just takes a licking and keeps on ticking. People as old as me remember that.
I was going to say, that's an old commercial, Sheldon.
Verbeek digs it out, comes outside the zone, and they keep it outside and wait for the zone to clear. Carr shoots it in, and the save made, it's not really a save, just trapped against the side of the net by Gunderson, and we'll have a face-off. 8:07 to go, 1-1.
Hey, let's thank a few of our sponsors, such as Northland Lawn, Sport and Equipment, Essentia Health, Lake Country Power, Roth RV, First American Title, and Itasca County Abstract.
Justin Kerr to take the draw for the Thunderhawks. He'll go up against Jenny Hurley. Thunderhawks looked like they were going to win it, but Hurley picks it up. Come back to the blue line, shot right on. Nice blocker save by Gunderson, and then he also treats Marcus Kaufman rather rudely in the crease. That is not a Grand Rapids welcome. Trying to slide it through to Kerr. Kerr looks for the centering pass for DeMars, didn't connect. Long shot right on, and Erickson makes the save and holds on.
For a minute there, I didn't know that he was confident he had that in his glove. He kind of snapped it and looked at it like, oh, I do have it.
And our video this period brought to you by S&S Meats, proudly locally owned and operated by Brendan and Paul Hager, your butcher shop and convenience store, on-site smokehouse, meat cutting, meat bundles, and much, much more. Every meal's a good meal. S&S Meats. Puck into the Grand Rapids zone. Justin Kerr tries to backhand it ahead, goes into the corner, comes back to Morquay behind his own net, backhands it off the glass, gets it out to center, and we'll call icing on the Thunderhawks, bring it back into the Thunderhawk zone for a face-off.
Shots on goal 6-5 in favor of the Thunderhawks at 7:20 of a tied game, 1-1. And a few more sponsors to thank, such as Edward Jones, CarQuest, Woodland Bank, Paul Bunyan Communications, Sammy's Pizza, and the Grand Rapids State Bank.
2 goals fairly early in this one. And a shot right on, rebound. And Gunderson able to put it into the corner. Easton Young again. Brings it to Nelson. Nelson looks for help, and then he'll carry it into the zone. Does a drop pass to nowhere, and it'll come back outside the zone.
I think he assumed Del Greco was behind him instead of going to the middle.
And we end up with an icing call. That was a weak icing call. I don't know that it was a wrong call. It was just you didn't expect it to come there.
It shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have as in it was the wrong call, or shouldn't have as in they shouldn't have done it? Yeah, missed the pass. Got it. Off the face-off, puck still loose in the circle. Hill Murray will pick it up and come out to center. On the far side, Drotz gets it to Del Greco. Del Greco gains the red line, finds Drotz again. His shot blocked. Centering pass doesn't get through. Shot right on by Easton Young as he pinched in. Got a snap off on the one-timer. Actually, that was Stauffer, wasn't it?
Stauffer, yeah.
Easton Young was out there, but he's not the one who took that shot. Intercepted there by Begley, and Begley comes into the Grand Rapids zone, taken away by Del Greco. Nice pass ahead to Drotz. Drotz, centering pass, and a great back-checking job by Begley. He had Nelson tied up the whole way down the ice. Now Godbout, drop pass, and a shot goes wide. Fight for it as Gruba trying to keep it in, can't do it. DeMars, oops. Puck squirts back into the Grand Rapids zone and right to Godbout, who is offside.
Center ice face-off?
Okay, I thought they'd be at the far dot by the Timber. Yep, that's where they're going. No, they're going right to center ice. Huh? Yeah. Off the face-off, Grand Rapids wins that cleanly and tips it into the Hill Murray zone. Under 6 to go, first period, and a well-played first period with the Thunderhawks and the Pioneers tied at 1. Sturl tries to move it up the boards. Going after it is DeMars. DeMars puts it down low. Hensler there for the Pioneers. Oh, Morkway comes in and blows up Ingebrigtsen.
He'll be looking up next time he gets a pass at half court.
That's right. Morkway does enjoy, he's the most physical defenseman the Thunderhawks have had probably since Jack Bowman.
Well,
and he has other talents that Bowman didn't have.
Right, he can skate so fast and then lay that type of a hit on.
I don't know that I ever saw Jack Bowman lead the rush up ice. Great physical defenseman. Graduated in 16, I believe?
You know, I heard another name, Stompahar.
Yeah,
down at UWS.
He was up in the press box talking to Reed and I there.
Oh, okay.
Or not Reed, Marv and I actually. As that's where he's playing now.
Right.
4:36 to go, tied at 1 here. Hill Murray and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Puck comes into the Grand Rapids zone where Miles Gunderson will hold it. Brendan Bonin for Hill Murray, Easton Young for Grand Rapids on the power play, and we're tied at 1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
I forgot to mark that down as a power play goal for later reference.
Del Greco taking the draw against Bonin. So Grand Rapids getting this 1-2 matchup. I don't know that it matters. I think these top 3 lines for Hill Murray, Coach Lechner's not too worried.
Well, I don't think Coach Chido is, or should be. I like all 3 of these lines.
Yeah, I do too. As the puck is tipped out to center ice after it is Drotz unable to get to it, as Hill Murray will shoot it back into the Grand Rapids zone. Puck comes to the corner. Morkway puts it ahead. Drotz, he was trying to tip it out to Del Greco, right, but he just couldn't connect with it. Stauffer puts it up to Nelson. Nelson picks it up nicely. Nelson goes far side, looking for Drotz. Drotz picks it up off the boards and gets a shot right on net. Erickson will make the save and hold on.
Garrett Drotz seems to be getting faster and faster every game I see him in, you know.
Either that or he's cheating ahead farther, but he is in the rush, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's just going at it full blast all the time. Even into a body check that you're going to take, he blasts into that.
Of course, he got the tying goal last night on a dirty goal in front of the net. Long shot as Will Stauffer, I'm sure, was looking for the tip from Carr, and Carr was tied up. That was one of those play for the tip, and Carr couldn't get his stick on it.
Rapids defensemen do that a lot.
Puck comes out to center, stopped there by Morkway. Morkway double teamed right at the red line. Hayden DeMars there as well, and Hayden DeMars able to dig the puck loose, comes in and tries to stuff it out front. Another centering pass, doesn't get through to Sturl, and behind the net comes Begley, and Begley for Hill Murray. He'll leave it for Hardy, and out to center ice comes Hardy. Hardy, little pass to Leo Gruba, who leads the rush into the zone. His centering pass intercepted, and here comes Henry Sturl. Sturl, 3 across, possible 3-on-2 shot. Hits Godbout and goes wide. Now Gruba behind his own net. Goes to the far side of the half wall. Thunderhawks making changes as Gruba There's a lot of legs on the ice over there when the puck was there.
4 guys trying to get off and
3 trying to get on or something.
Yeah.
Comes back to the point to Whistler. Whistler goes rink wide. Shot. That changed directions. Nice pad save by Gunderson. Keeping it in at the blue line was Hensler. Shot right on. And Gunderson at the top edge of the crease will make the save and hold it for a face-off. 1-1. 2:17 to go, period 1. Well, from the way the first 5 minutes of this game went, you thought maybe we'd have a high-scoring game. No, I didn't really think so, but you thought it could happen. It's been tight since then. Not a lot of scoring chances.
yeah, because these guys are only 1.73 goals against, and the Thunderhawks 1.9. So neither one of them allows that much offense.
Puck comes off the boards, but it's kept in by Hill Murray. But now a drop pass, ill-advised as Del Greco turns it around. Goes to Easton Young on the far side, jumps into the rush, goes in against Madigan. Drotz behind the net, pokes it back to Sturl. Shot tipped right on. And we're going to have a penalty coming. Who was that got that was a one-time shot from the point.
Yeah, nicely tipped.
And was that Slot Machine himself, number 7, that got his stick on it?
I think could have been him or Drotz, yeah.
And it'll be a penalty called on Hill Murray. Another Grand Rapids Police Department power play. They remind you to hug your kids at home and belt them in the car. Face off to the right of Erickson. Easton Young with some room. Shot! Goal!
That's 2 just beautiful shots by him. Goaltender doesn't have a chance. I don't even know if he was screened, but what a shot by Easton Young.
Picked the top corner over the blocker, and that is a true snipe, and 2 goals for Easton Young, number 6 and 7 on the year. 2 power play goals, and it's 2-1 Grand Rapids.
In fact, I didn't even get the guy's penalty number. Who was it? Was it Godbout or who was in the box there?
We'll see. We'll pick that up off the scoreboard.
I got Easton Young's goal.
Okay, very good.
There's a penalty coming to Rapids.
Yep. Oh, and there is J.J. Kerr absolutely getting smoked right after that penalty was called.
I think he's going too, the guy number 26.
You think Axel Begley's going too?
Referee's pointing at him.
Wow, maybe for head contact. He did go a little bit high. No, I think he was just pointing at Kerr. That's the only one going.
Okay.
And Kerr said, should have been another one, but he got the hooking call. 1:41 to go, and Hill Murray will have their first power play. And being sent to the penalty box leaves you with the same feeling, possibly, as seeing a police car in your rearview mirror doing a U-turn, coming after you. Don't drink and drive. That's what the Grand Rapids Police Department will remind you. Thunderhawks. And right off the very top of the glass. And down the ice. So the Thunderhawks a 2-1 lead, but Hill Murray a power play here in the final minute of period number 1. Thunderhawks pick it up at the blue line and shoot it back down the ice.
16, Justin Carter, 2 minutes for hooking.
And we're not getting our extra Marv Burt stats because Marv Burt not only is keeping stats, but he's doing the PA announcing. Thunderhawks, possible 2-on-1. Nelson looking for Del Greco in front, didn't quite get to him as Caden Nelson thought he was pulled down. I'm going to say he made it past that pull down and then lost an edge on his next stride. That's why it wasn't called.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a penalty on that one, but
he was hit and went down, but they weren't simultaneous.
No,
that's the problem.
No. That was almost a toe pick.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. 31 seconds left in the period, 51 on the Grand Rapids penalty. Puck out to center ice. Is a 31% power play for the Pioneers. In Grand Rapids with an 86% penalty kill. Puck lofted into the Grand Rapids zone. Easton Young quickly off the boards to the point, and it gets past Carr. Trying to get to it is Henry Sturl.
Nice work.
Just hard work, gets to the puck. Gets it for Garrett Drotz. Drotz plays it back to Easton Young, whose shot at the buzzer doesn't get all the way through. And we come to the end of period one. Grand Rapids leading Hill Murray by a score of 2-1. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it.
Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to.
Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
Brought to you by Lake Country Power. Online at lakecountrypower.coop.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
It's not too late to be sure the battery in your RV, watercraft, lawn equipment, and your favorite hot rod will be ready to go in the spring. Save $7 on a Schumacher 1.5 amp fully automatic battery maintainer, or save $15 on a Schumacher 1200 amp lithium start mobile power pack. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
To CarQuest and roll on.
In this place, athletes face obstacles like nowhere else. The last 5 miles, the power play, the 2-minute warning. When the challenges come, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of, and the power to prove the toughest competition comes from within. This is Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine like nowhere else. Visit essentiahealth.org.
Attention ice fishermen and women. Make Nooches in the Corner your main stop before you head out on the lake. They'll come out and top off your truck with fuel and get your propane tanks filled up so you stay warm out there. Then grab your coffee, pop, and snacks and be on your way. It's easy to get in and out with your trailer. Nooches is locally owned and gives back to the community. Stop in at Nooches in the Corner at the intersections of Highways 169 and 2 in Grand Rapids.
Hi, this is Bauer Murphy with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Good hockey, fast hockey, fun hockey. 2-1 Grand Rapids lead after one. I've been looking forward to this weekend and the rest of the season for almost a month now, probably since the Edina Classic was done.
Yeah, because you'd been through Warroad Roseau and then 3 games at the Edina that was all good competition.
Yep.
Since then, not so much.
And the Minnetonka game was thrown in there. That was good.
Right.
And other than that, there wasn't a lot to be recommended with that part of the season.
They finished with a batch of really good hockey teams for the rest of the season here. One on the road game that won't be as strong as everybody else.
No, you're gonna bail on me for that game. I know.
It's a COVID thing.
Okay. you do what you want. 2-1 Grand Rapids, 2 power play goals, and they have 19 seconds to kill of a penalty when we're ready to start period number 2. We'll take another break, come back with our Anderson, Opov, and Stoffer and Jan between period summary as Grand Rapids leads 2-1 after 1 period. And you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
Ray's Marine is a 4th-generation business that has been serving the Northland for over 50 years. And there's still inventory available, including London Crestliner boats with Mercury motors. They're making room for the new 2022 models coming in. Ray's Marine has the boat and Mercury motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Find the right boat and Mercury motor for your family at Ray's Sport and Marine, where your passion is the water.
Have you been putting off making a retirement plan because the task seems too big and intimidating? At Claremont Financial Advisors, we use our easy-to-understand planning process to give you the tools to feel confident in your financial future. Whether your goal is to travel the world or enjoy our beautiful Northland, we are here to guide you towards the retirement you desire. Give Guy or Tom a call today at 326-3000 or visit us on the web at ClaremontFinancialAdvisors.com. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
What is up, everybody? It's Brendan here coming at you from Spartan Deli. And if this is the first time you've heard about us, then you are welcome. If you also happen to be on the path of improving your health and you're wondering where the best place to eat in town is, well, you found it, guys. It's right here at Spartan Deli, located in the Central Square Mall, where everything on our menu is 100% good for you and it tastes amazing. We're open 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. And for more information, you can check us out at SpartanDeli.com.
Baby, it's cold outside, but the deals are hot at S&S Meat. Now's the time to stock your freezer with a meat bundle. Regardless of which meat bundle you prefer, you'll receive for free your choice of 10 pounds of chicken leg quarters or 5 pounds of assorted pork chops. And in addition to the smoking hot deals on the meat bundles, all pork chops plus and roast are on sale. For an even better deal, get a whole pork loin cut and wrapped to your liking. S&S Meats, one delicious meal after another. Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids.
Hey, it's Taylor from White Pine Jewelers. Let us help you with all your jewelry needs this season, whether it's repairing your family heirlooms or finding the perfect gift. We have a wide selection of inventory available to us in all price ranges, and most repairs are done in-house, often with a 1-week turnaround. With nearly 40 years of experience, you can trust that we'll do our best to find or create whatever it is you have in mind. White Pine Jewelers, located behind McDonald's in the Kegama Plaza, South Grand Rapids. On Facebook and online at whitepinejewelers.com.
Hi, this is Blaine Mortensen with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Between period summary brought to you by Anderson, Opov, and Stoffer and Jan Law Office, serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917, proudly supporting the entire Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a winning season. We have something interesting in this between period summary. Go for it, Tom.
Well, I go right to it, I guess. No, let's talk about the scoring. It happened at 15:37 that Bonin put the Hill Murray Pioneers ahead. Didn't look good. I mean, Grand Rapids put some pressure on. All of a sudden they come down, they take one shot, and it's in. Hensler on the helper there. Rapids, with the help of Easton Young, and 2 power play goals at 14:09 and 1:46. Del Greco and Drotz helped on the first one, which were both wristers or slap shots from the blue line. Wristers, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. And the other one was Morquay and Nelson on the helper there. So 2 power plays give us that lead. And let's see here. There will be 19 seconds left to serve on the penalty to Justin Carr, incurred late in that period here. Shots on goal were 10-8 in favor. Now, let's go back to that penalty that Hill Murray took at, what was it, 1:52? Yes, and then they scored right away. Too many sticks. Playing with
Logan
too many
Hensler playing with too many sticks. I have never heard that penalty, but
No.
I do think it's illegal.
Well, I didn't
more
see
than
it.
one.
What is he doing? I mean, yeah.
Did he not drop a broken stick and picked up another one, or grab someone else's stick, had both of them?
He only skated to the box with one, so I'm not sure what happened.
That's what he was called for. Anderson, Ophoven, Stopper, and Jen Law Office, serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917 and supporting Will Stopper and the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team. And they bring you this between periods summary. One more quick break. We'll be back with period 2. Thunderhawks lead 2-1 after 1. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
We are excited to announce the Timberlake's Pasta Bar is back. Join us Wednesday evenings at the Timberlake from 5 to 8 p.m. The pasta combinations are almost endless. Create your own pasta with over a dozen different ingredients, homemade sauces, and pastas. Please call 326-2600 to reserve your spot. It's delicious and exactly what you want. The Pasta Bar, every Wednesday at the Timberlake.
Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert and their team at Grand Rapids Dental Care are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all of their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com or call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks! Second period action ready to get underway. It is Grand Rapids leading 2-1, but on the penalty kill for the first 19 seconds. Grand Rapids, that's a way to kill that 19. You win the faceoff and get right into the Hill Murray zone. Now Hill Murray with Godbout comes on near side to Gruba. Gruba puts it in the middle to Hardy. Hardy back on the far side. Centering pass looking on the backside for Hardy. Doesn't connect. Thunderhawks back at full strength. And they'll pick it up, get it out to center ice. Oh, just off of Joey Del Greco's stick. That doesn't happen often. Now, a turnover in front. And I think that puck caught a little bit of moisture on Alex Begley, and just all of a sudden he left it right out in front. There was not really any room to make a move, and Del Greco just banged it into the pads of goaltender Jack Erickson.
Yeah, he was down, and Del Greco tried to bring it from one side to the other, and just no help there because the goalie's got it all covered.
Well, puck was already in the crease, but
right.
Yeah, don't you think that probably hit a little bit of moisture there at the side of the net, and
that's why the D lost it?
Yeah, because he lost it completely unpressured. All of a sudden there it was.
He didn't even look up.
No, all of a sudden there it was on Del Greco's stick in the crease. Puck pushed back out to center ice. Picking it up there is Sturl, brings it up the boards. Now Kerr shoots it into the Hill Murray zone. Long pass ahead. It will be tipped into the Grand Rapids zone.
Yeah, should be offside.
And it is offside. So we'll have a face-off at neutral ice. 2-1 Grand Rapids.
No,
actually, they say icing and come all the way back in.
No, I think it's an intentional offside.
Okay, fair enough. 1 minute gone in the second period. 2-1 Grand Rapids. Face-off to the left of goaltender Jack Erickson.
You know, because the Hill Murray Pioneer touched it down here, which would have stopped it from being an icing.
True. As they try to come right out in front to DeMars, and DeMars has it poked off his stick. Sturl fights for it. Henry Sturl puts it deep in the Hill Murray zone, and out they come to center ice. Miller goes far side, centering pass. Thunderhawks able to stop that. Kerr can't get it out of the zone initially. Puck still in the Grand Rapids zone. Poke to this side to Morquay. Morquay up the boards, kept in nicely by Hensler, but now he only had one stick. Now here's Morquay. Morquay shot just wide. DeMars going for the rebound, and it goes into the corner.
Morquay still down low, so
yeah.
Sturl moves back to play D now.
Mortensen back there too. Now centering pass, looking for Jack Senden. Senden had his stick separated or put into two pieces. Looks like it went through a little chopper out there. As shot goes wide on Gunderson. at the blue line, and it ends up in. Ooh, that might have broken Marv's computer. Then we'd be in trouble. As it flips up over the glass. Face-off will be back in the Grand Rapids zone. 2-1 Grand Rapids on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
Let's thank Grand Rapids General Motors, the Timberlake, the Motor Shop, Guy Claremont, Midland Title, Edge of the Wilderness, Lakes and Homes for sponsoring Thunderhawk Hockey on J105.
Hill Murray wins the face-off, but it's pulled past Begley and back into the Hill Murray zone. 1-2 clean. Begley behind his own net, stops and takes a look. Hayden Davis in front of the net looking to provide a little bit of forechecking as Leo Gruba moves it up into the Grand Rapids zone. As Easton Young back to get it, and we'll have a whistle.
Called an offside again.
Call, and Hill Murray didn't make any attempt to clear the zone, so they'll bring it back outside.
You know, you mentioned that stick being left on the ice. The manager, they do such a nice job. They knew what stick to grab. They handed it to that kid. He didn't miss a beat. And we should thank the cheerleaders and wish Caitlin Locken happy birthday today. I just heard that between periods.
Hey, nicely done. Good catch. Face-off just outside the Grand Rapids blue line as Gruba shoots it deep into the Grand Rapids zone. Bauer Murphy moves it up to Nelson. Nelson tries to go off the glass, but it ends up in the Grand Rapids players box. 14:09 to go. Just going to say this period hasn't had the flow of the first period. There's been a lot of whistles.
It'll get going. It'll get going. Thunderhawks just skating two lines, it seems like the last...
Well, Mortensen was out, so that third line did get a short shift. Del Greco said, hey, hit me in the head. Nate Hardy and Del Greco going. They're getting a talking to from the linesman. Now they'll try it again.
They're throwing them both out because you can't impinge on the other guys right for the draw.
Grand Rapids wins the draw as Easton Young, hey, puck taken away from him, but the Thunderhawks able to keep going. Supporting the puck, here is a centering pass, but it'll slide back out to center ice. Went through the crease and back into the Grand Rapids zone. Easton Young saucers a pass up to the blue line. Pinching in, keeping it in was Hensler. No, he didn't keep it in. Not quite.
Linesman on the far side, Mr. Tom Annick, saw it all. Hey, let's thank the other cheerleaders. I mean, it's Caitlin Locken's birthday, but Maddie Kenko, Alexa Scholl, Britta Holmquist, and Adele Litschke, they're all out there too. And cheer advisor is Bree Savalainen. How do you suppose that's pronounced?
Savalainen. I would go with Savalainen.
There we go.
That sounds like a good Finnish way to say it. Cover Devil with Gilbert Hockey for a year. You got to know Finnish names if you're over there. Puck into the netting.
Yeah, how true.
And the face-off will come back out to neutral ice. Video this period. Yeah, check out our YouTube video. Super Joe's running the video camera. Send him all your complaints. And he's doing a great job. Rapid Fuel, created to help the community by offering smart, fast, nutritious options for people who are busy living life. 816 Pokegama Avenue South. Miles Gunderson leaves it behind the net. Godbout applying the forecheck, but the Thunderhawks break it out. DeMars overskates it for a moment, tries to squeeze through on the boards. He's pinched off there. Comes to the point to Morquay. Morquay keeps it in, but not for long. Godbout at the line will backhand it deep into the Grand Rapids zone. Now the puck out to center. Defenseman had fallen down. Grand Rapids a 2-on-1 shot. Bounces just past the side of the net. And then DeMars tried to backhand it back out in front. Hit the side of the net. Yeah, defenseman just fell down. Created a 2-on-2. Now coming the other way. Shot right on. And a nice save by Gunderson. And he'll hold for the face-off.
I almost thought they weren't going to see that open guy once the D went down. But they did get it to him.
Yeah, that was it took a long time after we saw it before the 2-on-1 actually happened.
Right.
Off the face-off, Thunderhawks control it. Off the boards, out to center. As Caden Nelson. He's got some jump in the legs today. And he sweeps a centering pass could have been a pretty goal. Instead, all the way back down into the Grand Rapids zone. Up the boards, gets out to center where Begley picks it up for Hill Murray. Back into the Grand Rapids zone. Easton Young behind his own net. No scoring so far in the second. Thunderhawks still leading 2-1. Ahead to Del Greco. Del Greco to Caden Nelson. Tries a centering pass. That's blocked nicely by Gruba. Thunderhawks try to turn it around quickly. They do with Drotz. Looks for the short side. Hits the side of the net. Del Greco gets it back down low for Drotz. Still fighting for it. Del Greco shot. I don't know if that hit Traffic or Erickson, but it stayed out of the net.
I think the goalie got a blocker, a face mask, or something on it.
Del Greco, or Drotz with one more chance. He's at the end of a shift, tried to center it for Mortensen, and that didn't connect. Mortensen trying to dig it out. Thunderhawks finishing, making changes as Easton Young gets off the ice. Another big hit on Verbeek. Verbeek says, I played soccer. You can't do that in soccer. Gruba brings it into the Grand Rapids zone. Sweeps it in deep, heads for the bench on a change. Blaine Mortensen. Nice job to move it to Morquay. Morquay shot, hits a stick, goes into the netting behind Erickson, and we'll have a face-off in the Hill Murray zone. 2-1 Grand Rapids on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, they are the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
It's amazing just what a little stick in the middle of a great shot can do. Send it out of play, and it doesn't take much. Just get that stick there if that's your last resort.
That was a nice job by Mortensen to tap that ahead to Morquay.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids wins the draw. Back to Morquay, sweeps it toward the front of the net, but it doesn't get through. Behind the net, Henry Sturl can't find it. Hill Murray breaks out to center. Pass goes past Ingebrigtsen and into Gunderson, who holds it for a face-off. Face-off will be in the Grand Rapids zone.
I think that's one of those that Morquay thought was going to be an icing, so he didn't work so hard, and it ends up coming on net, so you got to freeze it anyway. So
off the face-off. In the corner is Kaufman, gets it back to the point, shot right on. Back to the point again, comes near side to Hensler. Hensler's shot goes wide. Hensler pinching in, keeping it in on the half wall, still fighting for it. Morquay moves it up the boards, comes to the point, and will get past Hurley and out to center. In his own zone now is Ben Carr. Carr takes a bit of a hit from Kerr. Now out to center where Morquay picks it up. Morquay slides it to Justin Kerr and back into the Hill Murray zone. 9:50 to go as the Thunderhawks with Easton Young. Young moves it up to Del Greco. Del Greco tries a little move, and the Thunderhawks will get out to center, three abreast. Now slowing it down, Easton Young looking for the shot. He looked high again, just this time shot it over the net as Caden Nelson gloved it down in front of the net. We're going to have a penalty called on the Pioneers as Del Greco was leveled in front of the net, and going to the box will be Ben Carr, number 21. I'm sure a cross-check.
Yes, that's what they signaled.
And Del Greco actually a little slow getting up and going. Actually, he's going to stay on now. But, yeah, he took a pretty good shot. And Carr is 6'2", 205. Brought a little lumber. Del Greco, I don't know how big he is, but he's not 6'2", 205.
But he's strong on the skates.
He is, oh, yeah. Much more physical player than he was last year. Not that he initiates a lot of hits, but he's able to play through a lot of contact this year. Grand Rapids Police Department power play. Easton Young takes a shot that is blocked painfully by Marcus Kaufman and shot down the ice.
He's not going off, though. He took it and limped one stride, and he's right in the play.
It is a Grand Rapids Police Department power play, and they remind you that not everyone drives as well as you think you do. being impatient on the road may mean being a patient in the hospital. Del Greco to Morquay. Morquay looks out front, hits a stick, goes high, and it's picked up and backhanded, not down the ice, backhanded into the Grand Rapids bench. Grand Rapids 2 for 2 on the power play. Haven't done a lot on this one so far. Both the other power plays they scored right away.
Yeah, within seconds. Let's see, 6 seconds on one of them.
And what, about 15 on the other?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh. Almost a dangerous play, but the Thunderhawks pick it up, shoot it into the Hill Murray zone. Trying to get the forecheck established and gain control on this power play, they will. Easton Young, both goals so far for the Thunderhawks on the night. Oh, found Justin Kerr beside the net, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Back to Easton Young. Just shoot it, Easton. Instead comes to DeMars. Justin Kerr down low. 46 seconds left in the Grand Rapids power play. Back to Easton Young. Young takes a look, goes far side, shot right on. Erickson turns that away off the stick of Stauffer. Stauffer now at the half wall. Comes to Young, big slapper, goal! That may have been tipped in front, I'm not sure, but the Thunderhawks with their third power play goal. No, they're saying, at least the fans believe it's Easton Young, but I think it is Henry Sturl who got the tip.
Because he pointed at Young right after he tipped it, and thanks for that one, you know.
And that was the big crank-up slap shot. You don't see that much on a one-timer anymore.
No.
And the puck hit Henry Sturl in front and bounced in. So those hats were donated for no particular purpose. 3-1 Grand Rapids on a power play goal.
Yeah, pay attention, folks. Keep your hats on.
And I believe Coach Lechner may be wanting a timeout here. At least he has his players over in front of the bench. Does he just want to... Was he thinking that was tipped with a high stick maybe? Because that was a fairly high shot.
Yeah, I think it was shoulders.
Yeah.
He's not talking to any referees, so I'm not sure.
No. We had a little delay there after that goal. The goal's up on the board. Grand Rapids leads 3-1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. 3 power play goals. Now here's Hill Murray out in front. That doesn't connect, and here's Whistler.
Scoring the goal, number 18, Henry Sturl.
It is Sturl with the goal.
Assist goes to number 8, Easton Young. Second assist, Will Stauffer.
And Stauffer and Easton Young on the assist. Puck through center ice, too far for Del Greco. Sam Sturl has to chase it into his own zone. Pressured by Godbout. Hill Murray takes over. Godbout tries to come out in front. Puck ends up at the side of the net where Gunderson traps it for a face-off. Thunderhawks, I hate to bring up bad memories. They did have a 3-1 lead last night. That melted away. This feels like they're playing just better structured hockey.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe the amount of energy that they have out there. They just keep going. Let's thank Mackley Auto Repair for bringing you such hockey as this. Nooch is in the corner, Grand Rapids Dental Care, and S&S Meats.
Thunderhawks win the draw. Try to get it out to center ice. Can't do that, and they do. And now here's DeMars. DeMars, hey, going through the middle this time.
Yeah.
I like that. Now picked it up is Kerr. Kerr with room. Shot. Turned aside by Erickson. He had a sharp angle. Young keeps it in. Gets it for Kerr. Kerr taken down. And the shot is put into the netting by the stick of Jack Erickson. That certainly, in some games, would have been a penalty when Kerr was taken down by the boards.
Yeah. And then, but that Easton Young was who was it? DeMars waiting there. I think he tipped that one up and out of play on another nice shot from the point by Easton Young.
So the faceoff will come out to center ice. Yeah, I thought that hit the goalie stick, but it hit
Mr. DeMars was there.
Mr. DeMars first. To the point, kept in by Morquay. Morquay looking for the tip, tipped away from Del Greco. Del Greco puts it behind the net for Nelson. Nelson leaves it for Del Greco. Del Greco works along the boards. Now Drotz up the half wall, but it's taken away. And here comes Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen puts it deep. Godbout Overskates it at the half wall. Thunderhawks get it out to Garrett Drotz. Drotz in the middle to Morquay. Morquay to Del Greco. Backside, and Garrett Drotz fans on the open net.
If that was going to be a goal, I was going to give Caden Nelson an assist because he made that feed and then just got plastered against the wall. Busted his stick even.
Long shot in was going wide, but Gunderson will glove it and hold it for a face-off. 5:51 to go in period 2, and a 3-1 Grand Rapids lead on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Once again, video this period brought to you by Rapid Fuel. And stop by and see them, 816 Pokegama Avenue South in the Coldwell Banker Building, and check them out on social media at Rapid Fuel GR. And it's not for propane, it's for good, healthy food. Fuel your body. Puck in the Hill Murray zone. Behind his own net is Madigan. Madigan has puck taken away by Davis. Third line getting a shift here as Mortensen tries to get it in deep. On the far side, Ben Carr. Carr working against Drennan. Puck comes out to Mortensen. Oh. One more step, he could have had a good shot on that. Prime real estate was where Blaine Mortensen was. And going into the boards and staying down. There was no penalty called on that play. And I didn't think, he just lost an edge and went into the boards, is what it looked like.
Yep, he got an edge caught and went in kind of
wrong-edged it. He wanted to hit the inside edge of his skate, hit the outside.
I just saw something like that last night. The goalie for the Wild on the final, they won 5-1.
Yep.
The final goal was one of those side-to-side, and the goalie came and he caught an edge, so he was trying to slide, caught an edge. He basically just fell over and it went in, but, it was so funny because he just, all of a sudden he was down and going this way. It wasn't the usual smooth side-to-side that the goaltender always has.
And he did, and I'm not sure who the Hill Murray player is that's down, but he went into the boards awkwardly, going in, fighting for the puck, but he was not hit there. There was no penalty called. It was just, like we said, kind of got wrong-edged on the skate and went in hard to the boards, and the boards are unforgiving.
Well, and you look at him down there, and no movement, still on his stomach the same way, heads up.
Talking to the trainer.
Trainer talking to him. I got to think it's upper body something, but let's see when he gets up here now what he's trying to do.
Yeah, that.
Number 21, Ben Carr.
Nice round of applause from the fans here at the IRA, and they're going to open the door and take him right to the locker room and examine him there. I wonder if he doesn't look like he's significantly holding an arm or a shoulder.
No.
But
everything hurts.
Everything hurts, or maybe just looks a little woozy. It has to do the
concussion protocol?
Concussion protocol, yeah. The equivalent, the high school hockey equivalent of going into the tent. Off the face-off, comes out to center ice. Carrying on is Hurley. Hurley tries to get it in front. Puck goes behind the Grand Rapids net. Slides around to the far side. Kept in there by Senden, but now the Thunderhawks get it ahead to DeMars. DeMars fights through a check on the boards. Gets it down low. Sturl tries to turn away from pressure, but the puck comes up the boards. And out to center ice come the Pioneers. Gruba. Long shot goes over the net. Got a lot of it, though.
Holy
that was
cow.
long, but that was a howitzer.
I don't know that Mr. Gunderson even saw that one.
And he moved late, but it was high.
That's why I say that.
Yep. 4:07 to go, period number 2. Gruba, again, takes a shot. Somehow that snuck through about 5-6 legs and ended up off the pad of Gunderson. I have no idea how he had any idea where that was. Gruba in his own zone as both teams make some changes. Drotz applies a bit of a forecheck, but now it comes out to center. Here comes Bonin. Bonin gets it on net. Gunderson makes the save and holds on. 3-1 Grand Rapids, 3:37 to go, second period.
Rapids out shooting Hill Murray 7-3 in this period. I just don't have that feel for the game, but I guess that's the, we know Marv doesn't miss things.
No, he does not. Sometimes he does adjust things after the period. Shot slides in slowly on Gunderson with the stick, puts it into the corner. Morkway fights for it there with Bonin. Morkway and Bonin still fighting for it. Now it'll come free to Murphy. Backhands it around to Drotz. Drotz quickly chops it up the boards and out to center ice. Whistler back to get it for Hill Murray. Moves it ahead for Miller. Now Hensler in his own zone. Back to Murphy. Shot, quick shot, gets all the way through, and Slot Machine was in his spot in the slot.
I was going to say, there's your man.
Right in front of the goaltender. Now out front, nice diving block of that pass by Murphy. Another centering pass slides through the crease, and Hill Murray starting to gain a little more zone time right now. Puck off the boards, kept in. Now comes near side to Hensler. Hensler tries to saucer a pass, does get to the backside. Shot goes wide on the short side. There's going to be a penalty coming up to the Thunderhawks as that puck kicked into the corner. Back to the point to Gruba, extra attacker on, shot right on, in the slot, another shot. And this time, Gunderson covers up and holds for the faceoff. 2:14 to go, power play coming for the Hill Murray Pioneers, an interference call, and you just kind of saw that coming on that shift. Grand Rapids defenseman had been out for a long time. Hill Murray keeping the feet moving. Grand Rapids just got a little bit behind, and you're going to take a penalty.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened there. They're just buzzing them right now. After I mentioned the shots on goal, they put 3 on the net.
A Grand Rapids Police Department penalty kill. Grand Rapids Police Department reminding you to leave sooner, drive slower, and live longer. Gruba goes far side for Begley. Begley back to Gruba, middle of the ice. Now to Godbout, back to Gruba, looks for the shot goal. Gruba picks the low corner, and that took 12 seconds on the power play, and it's 3-2. We mentioned his shot.
Right. That's number 11, right?
Yep. Leo Gruba gets his 4th of the year. And it's a 3-2 game.
You know, I saw the stats coming in here, and I thought the one thing Grand Rapids doesn't want to do is be on the penalty kill. Here they've scored 3 power play goals, but now they just gave up one. So
they're still plus 2.
Still +2, right?
But yeah, I don't think you want to give this. And they killed the other penalty fairly easily.
Right.
But when Hill Murray got set up in the zone, that looked pretty. They're going to kick Bonin out of the face-off circle, but winning the draw is Madigan. Gets into the Grand Rapids zone for a moment. Now Gruba from center ice shoots it in deep. Thunderhawks slide it out to center, but can get no farther. Gunderson leaves it behind the net. So we've had 4 power play goals out of 5 tonight, or this afternoon. As DeMars tips it into the zone, back to get it is Begley. He'll take a hit from Kerr. Slide it up the boards to Miller. Miller goes cross ice, coming in, putting on the brakes, trying to get it out front. Shot, goal, we're tied.
That's 10.
Nate Hardy puts it home, his 3rd of the year, and we're tied at 3 with 1:21 to go in period number 2.
And Godbout's going to get another helper on that one. Hardy helped on the last one that they got.
Just like that, it's 3-3. And I don't know, Grand Rapids just here towards the end of the period looks like just playing with tired legs just a little bit.
Maybe so, especially these guys right here.
Centering pass, shot, oh, what a save. That almost went in even though part of his pad was in the net.
You cannot be casual about anything in this game.
Grand Rapids comes back, shot goes wide of the net. Now Del Greco back to the point. Sam Sturl, his shot goes over the net. Picking it up and getting it out is Kaufman. Rink wide pass. Goes for Senden. Senden digs it out. Centering pass. Shot goal. Wow. Coming in waves. Logan Hensler gives Hill Murray a 4-3 lead.
They've scored 3 goals in less than a minute and a half.
.42 seconds left in the period, and just like that, that 3-1 lead has been erased +1.
Who got that one, Sheldon? I was busy writing.
Hensler, I believe.
Okay.
I said it and I saw it, but I don't remember.
I know what you're saying. I've been there.
If you go back on the replay, I'll say it right.
Right.
Thunderhawks will get it in deep. It was Hensler. Shot as Kerr pops that off the crossbar from a sharp angle.
You got it right. Hensler on the goal. And then the helpers went to Senden and also Hurley.
27 seconds left in the period. And the Thunderhawks shoulders slump just a little bit right now. As
all sorts of stuff going on in the face-off.
Kerr kicked out. Kerr and Hardy kicked out of the circle, but it looked like it was Sturl who was fighting it more.
Well, it probably kicked out both of them because the two Sturl and his guy were going at it.
Sturl wins the draw, but it's taken away. Here, a shot right on, rebound in front of the net, still scrambled for, and another shot right on. Great save by Gunderson, puck into the corner, and Hill Murray now buzzing all over the ice. 5 seconds left. Grand Rapids just don't want to give up another one the way this is going. And there goes the buzzer. Thunderhawks survive without further damage. There was enough damage in the last 4 minutes of this period as Hill Murray storms back, scores 3 goals in the last
minute and a half.
Minute and a half of the period. Marv doesn't have any of them up on the online scoreboard yet.
Yeah, 2:01, 1:21, and 42 seconds.
Left to go in the period. You always do your time European style.
Yes.
It's easier that way, I know.
For me.
4-3 Hill Murray after 2. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
This is Scott at Mackley Auto Repair, reminding you it's the perfect time of the year for an alignment. It not only helps with tire wear, it also helps with how your car handles and performs. We have the latest equipment, so call us at Mackley's Auto Repair, located in downtown Coleraine. And as always, we'd like to thank our loyal customers and look forward to meeting the new ones.
My name is Jenna Madal. I'm an account service representative at Grand Rapids State Bank. After working in sales for AT&T for 5 years, I came back home when COVID hit, and I was grateful to find a job here. I love my coworkers and the team attitude we have. It feels really great to work in a good family atmosphere at this job. I have many friends and family connections in the area, and I enjoy seeing them all when they come to visit the bank. Grand Rapids State Bank, this is my community and my bank.
Member FDIC, Grand Rapids State Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
The Motor Shop wants to wish all of our student athletes the best of luck this season. At the Motor Shop, we service and sell all motors for every heating system. Heck, bring in the whole squirrel cage and we'll hand it back to you ready to go. Snow blowers not running? No problem for the Motor Shop. The Motor Shop does service on all makes and models of ATVs, snowmobiles, and side-by-sides. The Motor Shop also has a sharpening service. So bring in your knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and other circular saw blades. If it has a motor, gas or electric, simple. The Motor Shop.
Hi, this is Andrea, deli manager at Super One North. I invite you to come in and see what we have in our deli. With my 30-plus years of experience, my staff and I are here to offer you the best customer service, as well as the largest olive, salad, and hot bar in the area. We freshly slice our meat and cheeses daily, and we'll cut anything to your liking. See something that looks good? Ask us for a sample. Looking for the best fried chicken in town? Look no longer. Super One Foods is the place. Super One Foods, proud to be a part of your community.
Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center is now open at Paul Bunyan Communications in Grand Rapids. For both in-warranty and out-of-warranty service on Apple products and computer repair, bring it to the new Paul Bunyan Communications office at 510 Southeast 21st Street. We can help with hardware or software problems, spill damage, screen replacement, virus removal, and more. For service on your Apple product and PC repair, come to Paul Bunyan Communications, Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center, now open in Grand Rapids.
Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength. From sun up to sunset, we've put the power in your hands to help you work the land. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, your John Deere authority, your helping hand, we'll get it done. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength.
Hi, this is Zach Lagergren with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Chuck-a-puck going on. Boy, that was a Hill Murray avalanche at the end of that period. 2 minutes of game time, 3 goals. First one a power play, and Grand Rapids back on their heels, and Hill Murray made them pay, and they were all great goals. No fault at all of Miles Gunderson on any of them.
He made some great saves in that flurry. There was more shots that went in. That went to the net that didn't get in or got near it. They were just peppering. They scored 3 goals since 2 minutes and 1 second down to 42 seconds. So that's not even a minute and a half that they put 3 of them in. And I think you're right. I just wonder what the conversation is in the locker room right now, because I think there was some rubber legs out there. I think there's some kids that are really tired, and I get it. You had a tough game last night, and you've had to fly so far for 2 periods, and I think they weren't flying so much because they're tired.
Yeah, it just looked like heavy legs. It looked like the skates just quit flashing for the last 3 or 4 minutes of that period. And that's what caused the penalty in the first place.
Yep. And even the decision-making is slowed down. They were so quick with everything they did in the first couple periods.
We'll take another break. Be back with our Dr. Lee Jess between periods summary. 4-3, Hill Murray after 2, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
We're here with Kirk Adams, Northern Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I am working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Patty Jook of Edge of the Wilderness Realty was born and raised in Grand Rapids and brings 36 years of experience to the team. The Northland is a special place, with beautiful landscapes and hidden gems behind every patch of trees. Let Patty help you find yours. Call Patty today at 218-259-1603 or visit eowrealty.com for current listings. Love where you live? Live on the edge. Edge of the Wilderness Realty.
What do you find in a Sammy's Pizza kitchen? Their family recipe sauce with a secret mix of seasonings, dough made fresh each morning, crimped into the perfect crust, specialty meats, and real mozzarella cheese, all making up their famous bite-sized squares. They're cooking up experiences that bring together family and friends to create lasting traditions. Visit them at 802 South Pokegama Avenue in Grand Rapids or order online at sammyspizzagrandrapids.com.
Roth RV has Ice Trek fish houses in stock. Designed and manufactured in Minnesota's North Country, where they know what it takes to build tough and durable equipment to withstand the worst of winter. The Ice Trek all-aluminum alloy frame is hand-welded at every seam, and with the all-aluminum alloy, there's no rusting and no frame deterioration due to road salt. Ice Trek skids are delivered open shell, which allows custom finishing. Roth RV also has Forest River's Grey Wolf ice fish houses, engineered with impeccable quality, offering a spacious interior to keep you comfortable. Roth RV.
Taco Tuesday is calling.
Tuesday!
Get seasoned beef tacos for just 99 cents each every Taco Tuesday. Craver Savers.
Crunchy.
Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
True taco lovers can't say Tuesday without thinking taco, especially at the home of Taco Tuesday, Taco John's. So this taco, head to Tuesday John's for Taco Tuesday for 99-cent deals on delicious beef Tuesdays. Tacos. Taco John's.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sterl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sterl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sterl at Sterl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Hockey.
Hi, this is Justin Carr with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Between Period Summary brought to you by Dr. Lee Jess, and he's been caring for your family's dental and oral health. And proudly supporting Will Stopper, the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Hockey Team, wishing them a winning season. Run it down, Mr. Downing.
Well, the second period was not exactly made for the Thunderhawks, even though it started out pretty good. They played pretty well, and then at 7:56, they got another power play goal to make it a 3-1 lead. Sterl on the goal, Young and Stoffer on the helpers. And with 2 minutes, it turned south. Hill Murray scored a power play goal, and it was number 11, that's Gruba, a shot from the point. Godbout and Hardy on the helpers. They reverse it, and Hardy got the next one, and that was 50 seconds later, and Godbout got the assist on that one as well. And then with 42 seconds left, so only 39 seconds, or let's see here, 39 seconds, it was Hensler and Sendine on the helper, Hurley on the helper. That one turned around as far as shots on goal. Hill Murray put 13 to the net, and they all came probably in the last 8 minutes, and Grand Rapids only 8, so they're getting outshot 21-18. Penalties in that period. Hill Murray took one, Grand Rapids took one, and they both paid for it.
And Grand Rapids was leading in shots. What was it, 18-12?
Right.
And it's like 9-0 in the last 5 minutes of that period.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it changed very, very quickly at the end of that period. And Grand Rapids, you don't want to delay a game for coming out late after this period break, but I think you want every bit of time to let those legs recover, because you got to come out and fly.
Well, and I find it interesting that Bill Lechner and his coaches, they've been out on the bench now for the last 5-10 minutes. They got out here after the Zamboni did like one round.
Wow.
And I think, well, geez, you're not in the locker room very long with your team. I guess you're ahead by one, so you can feel pretty good about things.
You don't need to be. They put it together. The team put it together at the end of the period, and you just let her roll.
Well, you never know what happened. Did the team put it together, or did Grand Rapids kind of let up in some way?
Maybe a little of a combination of both of those.
I'm sure, yeah.
Between Period Summary brought to you by Dr. Lee Jess, caring for your family's dental and oral health, proudly supporting Will Stopper and the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Hockey Team, wishing them a winning season. One more break, and we'll be back with third period action. Grand Rapids trails 4-3 after 2, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
At Woodland Bank, we've built our business on long-term relationships. That means we work with local small businesses to be a partner in their success. After all, when they succeed, so do we. In fact, so does the whole community. If you're ready to start a business or grow your existing business, you should give Woodland Bank a call today. Come on over to Woodland Bank and bank easy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Home closing can be stressful, even more so when you're not working with local professionals. Midland Title is the top choice when you want a local expert. They bank locally, and the salaries paid stay local. Plus, they will work hard to accommodate your schedule with flexible closing times. Their staff understands the Iron Range communities. Call Midland Title today to arrange your next closing. 218-328-8672. Proud to support Grand Rapids High School athletics.
I'm Danielle Witherow, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important. but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of the Grand Rapids Edward Jones offices for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
Brought to you by Lake Country Power. Online at lakecountrypower.coop.
You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at McDonald's.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work and a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at McDonald's.com. I'm loving it.
Hi, this is Jens Caldwell with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to the Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Well, I think both teams are taking their sweet old time and getting out here, aren't they?
They seem to be. The cheerleaders been in middle ice waiting to do their thing for 5 minutes. And you know, here's some kudos to them. I mean, they're great skaters, but one of them must have lost a silvery, shiny part from their palm, and they noticed it. And instead of leaving it there and letting the skaters come out and get on it, they went over and picked it up, and stuffed it in their shirt, and continued with their event here.
Nicely done. As Grand Rapids had a 3-1 lead, that dangerous 2-goal lead. Man, they lost it last night. They've lost it tonight.
What do they say about that stupid 2-goal lead?
Say it's the worst one in hockey. I still think one is worse.
Yeah, I never got that.
But that's what some people say. I've heard it before. But, you know, for Grand Rapids, they had a Hill Murray avalanche come at them at the end of that period, and Hill Murray just absolutely outskated them. How's this? Duluth East takes Moorhead to overtime. Lindbergh wins it for Moorhead in overtime.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
So they did come here for a couple games. I was wondering that.
Yeah, I knew they were playing Duluth East, but I figured that might be a running time game. Duluth East is getting better. They were better from game one to the second game that I saw them here,
right?
Even though the score was about the same. And you take more. I don't care if Moorhead had a hangover from last night's overtime game. That was still a great game for Duluth East.
Yeah, that gives you some confidence at this point in the season that, hey, maybe we're not an afterthought in this section.
Maybe we can make it a 3-team race. I mean, everyone just assumes it's going to be Andover and Grand Rapids in the section final, but I
wouldn't mind that, and then a Grand Rapids win to get revenge from last year.
Absolutely, but
I thought that was the better team.
But there is no one. I don't think there's anyone that wants to play Duluth East in a semifinal at Amsoil.
No, how true. Even without Randolph.
Yeah, exactly right. Hill Murray back out on the ice. We're still waiting for the Thunderhawks to come. Thunderhawks coaches are coming, so they haven't left the building or anything. And here comes Miles Gunderson leading the Thunderhawks onto the ice. As the Thunderhawks need a comeback here against the Hill Murray Pioneers. They've suffered a Hill Murray Pioneer comeback in the second. Now it's time to answer.
Yeah, they got to do something here. Not even for this game so much, is to just get some feeling back about, man, we're pretty good, but we're not that good because these teams keep beating us. Get some confidence. And, the confidence as a team rolls off to each individual because then everybody feels, I can do this. I can make this move, beat this one guy, make the next pass, and keep on going.
So the Thunderhawks, again, that 3-1 lead that melted away 14:59, 15:39, and 16:18 of the period. I'll go with U.S. times. Also because that's what's in front of me here on the online scoreboard. But that means 1 minute and 35 seconds, something like that.
Right, yeah.
Or just under that?
Just under that.
So here we go with period number 3. You know, that 1-goal lead for Hill Murray feels bigger than 1 goal just because of the way they got it at the end of the period, doesn't it?
It was such a flurry and such domination for that short stretch. Let's see if it changes here for third.
Hardy and Del Greco to take the draw. Del Greco wins it, gets it back to Easton Young. Back to the point, Young, who has 2 Grand Rapids goals and an assist. Centering pass looking for Drotz as Nelson takes his man into the board. Comes to Begley on the near side. Begley, Nelson fighting him for the puck. Gruba goes to the far side, and the puck will slide out to center. Back checking is Del Greco. Moves it up to Nelson. Nelson, try to Del Greco. Tried the touch pass to Nelson. Now a shot, hits a stick, drops into the corner. Del Greco tries to come out of the corner with it. Godbout there. He takes a hit from Nelson, and picking it up now is Hardy. Long pass ahead, looks for Godbout, and offside.
Thank goodness.
Everyone was ready to yell if they didn't call that. Right in front of us. And the referee called it back and called it an intentional.
Oh yeah, brought it all the way down here.
I don't like that, but we'll take it. The Justin Kerr line out against Brendan Bonin, who had the first goal for Hill Murray. Sam Sturl moves it up for DeMars. DeMars tried a cross-ice pass that was blocked. Now DeMars gets it deep into the Hill Murray zone. Back to get it is Hensler. Hensler moves it to the far side, and the Thunderhawks pinching in much more aggressively than they were with that 2-goal lead right now.
Right, got to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're not going to get that many chances against a team like this.
Puck into the Grand Rapids end, and behind the net, Miles Gunderson leaves it for Sam Sturl. Comes up for Henry Sturl. Off the boards out to center ice. Picked up now by Carr. Carr.
Geez, even the line changes right now look lethargic. You know, going on and off. And I know you don't have to hurry, but when these guys got so much speed, everything is urgent.
Easton Young tries to put a pass through the middle that's blocked into the corner. Mortensen moves it to the far side. Hayden Davis. Davis pulls it up the boards. Nice pass, finds Drennan. Drennan gets the puck into the zone, taken down once, hit again by Gruba into the boards. Still bouncing for it behind the net. Now it'll come out to center ice, and here comes Kaufman. Kaufman can't find it. Puck picked up by Easton Young. Young goes to the far side.
Yep,
and we are gonna. They did see the slashing. You saw the stick go flying, and Hill Murray will take a slashing call. We'll have a Grand Rapids Police Department power play. Grand Rapids 3 for 3 on the power play. Be a good time to go 4 for 4. Grand Rapids Police Department reminds you to hug your kids at home and belt them in the car. Del Greco.
What'd they call Gruba for?
I was just assuming it was slashing.
Yeah, right.
As the puck comes to Easton Young. Young to Morquay. Back to Young. Looking for room. Instead comes to Del Greco. Down low out front. Pinching in was Morquay. And unable to find it. Puck goes into the banners. And we'll have a face-off at neutral ice. Wow. Morquay scored a couple goals that way this year. He was coming in hot. And the puck was there. Just didn't quite connect.
Everybody's power play likes that back door from the D sneaking in. You know, get everybody focused on the other side. Sneak the D in from the opposite side right to the net. And then feed them.
Thunderhawks have done that play for years. Gavin Hain back in 16 and 17 lived with that play, quarterbacking the power play. Down low now, out front, shot. Oh, what a save. Slot machine Nelson in the slot, gets the puck right on Erickson. Erickson turns it away. 1:21 to go in the power play.
Sometimes with those one-timers, those quick shots, you just can't get everything. But that was a quick release, beautiful pass play to get it to Nelson. Drotz was the final pass behind the net.
I like working that down low as they're going to kick out the two centermen.
For the wingers.
For the wingers, and the two wingers that were jousting end up taking the face-off.
Yeah,
Nelson wins it. Back to Morquay, now to Easton Young. Young finds Del Greco, tries to slide it down low for Garrett Drotz. This time they were ready for it.
I was going to say vary it up now because they're looking for that play.
Easton Young finds Drotz on the far side. Beautiful pass. Drotz shot right on. Rebound goes into the corner. Be cleared, just out to center. Easton Young was trying to bat it down. 1:07 to go in the Grand Rapids power play. Easton Young puts it back to Morquay. Morquay finds Del Greco. Del Greco to Caden Nelson. Nelson back to the point. Two players there and a little miscommunication.
Who's going to take it?
And Nelson had to clear the zone late. Now far side, find Drotz. Drotz to Nelson, shot right on, rebound, they score!
That's Del Greco on the rebound off the Nelson shot. Nice call, Sheldon.
Joey Del Greco ties it up on the power play. Grand Rapids 4 for 4 on the power play. That'll make that power play percentage sing a little bit. And the Thunderhawks, boy, that was a long shift by that first line. They had been out there for that entire power play. Minute and 25 seconds, something like that. Now you're going to have to get them a break. Let those legs, let that lactic acid clear out of those muscles and get ready for another shift.
See if they give a third assist on that, but
Nelson for sure.
Right, and Del Greco on the goal.
I would say the maybe Morquay, the defenseman on that side, was the second assist.
Right.
Number 10, Joey Del Greco. First assist, number 17, Nelson. Second assist to number 15, Brendan.
Hey, I got it right. Del Greco from Nelson and Morquay, and we are all tied up at 4. Face-off will be to the left of Gunderson. Kerr taking the draw against Hardy. Hardy wins it into the corner. Puck slides behind the Grand Rapids net. Digging it out is Kerr. Kerr chases it out to center. Gains the red line, has the puck poked out. Now a shot from Henry Sturl. Save and a backhand goes just wide out front. DeMars is denied by the defense. DeMars looking for some space to shoot. Gets it to the front of the net, can't get it on net. Now Henry Sturl. Sturl puts it behind the net, but a nice job. Oh, now taken away and backhanded toward the net by DeMars.
I think he saw Sturl on the backside and just couldn't sneak it to him.
Now Godbout brings it into the zone, puck out front, and it hits a stick and slides in on Gunderson, who makes the save. 11:53 to go. Grand Itasca scoreboard says 4-4.
I know it's easier said than done, but I sure would like to have somebody put a solid body check on Godbout. Slow him down
and
just a
big,
wee bit.
But he's so big, too.
Right. Strong on his skates.
I say he's so big. 5'11", 185, but he's solid.
Yeah.
Off the face-off comes behind the Grand Rapids net. Verbeek puts it out to center. I don't know. I never know if it's Verbeek or Verbeek.
Where the accent is. Huh?
Yes, that's right.
On the wrong syllable.
Yeah, you might sound like a foreigner. As Hayden Davis gets it out to center ice. I think it's Verbeek.
I think that's how I've heard locals pronounce it.
Puck comes out to center and put back in on the offside. Face-off will come out to neutral ice. 11:19 to go.
Almost forgot some of our sponsors. This game has been so good. We can't do that. Deerwood Bank, let's thank them. Affinity Plus, Ray's Marine, McDonald's, Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency, Taco John's, Jimmy John's, and White Pine Jewelers.
Del Greco and Hardy with the draw comes to Godbout, and now the puck into the into the crowd. I got hit in the foot during the JV game. You know, I wasn't watching. I was looking at the computer, and all of a sudden the puck hit me in the foot.
Have you ever been up in the cage at the Snake Pit during warm-ups? A whole mess of pucks come up there. You know, it's hard to get it up there.
Yep.
But I bet every game in warm-up somebody's sailing one into that cage or near it on deflections.
Face-off in the Grand Rapids zone, comes back to Begley, looks backside, partially blocked, and now Drotz will get it out to center. 3-on-2 for the Thunderhawks. Nelson to Drotz. One too many passes coming in, and it's taken away by the Pioneers. Out they come. And sharp angle shot. Gunderson is right there for the save and hold for the face-off. Grand Rapids trying to go with quick line changes here. You can see it. You get one rush, then you're coming off.
And it looks to me, it looks like Hill Murray's skating three the whole game, three lines.
Yep, they have been. Has the third line out there against the Grand Rapids second line.
There's some wrestling going on. I think they're sinking them both.
Might be. That was Sam Sturl and Seidel who were wrestling, Sawyer Seidel, who were wrestling along the boards. Yeah, and Sturl must have done something early. He was taken down late.
Right.
It was a good, it was a 2-point takedown. And if you're over at the Skip Nayland.
Is that tournament on this weekend?
Yeah, that's today, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we'll continue to skate 5-on-5. Tied at 4. Kerr taking the draw against Hurley. Shot, that was a shot looking for a tip as well, goes wide of the net. Stauffer ahead to DeMars. DeMars gets it into the zone. Kerr tries to move it ahead, but a quick pass to Carr sends the Pioneers away. Puck still at neutral ice.
Oh, that should have been a hand pass.
Thunderhawks take over anyways. DeMars pass ahead to Kerr. Gets it to Henry Sturl. I thought it was Henry Sturl in the box. Obviously not.
19 and 24.
Oh, it was a Sturl, just the other one.
Right. SS instead of HS.
Yeah, now here's a bit of a chance, but unable to control it was Senden. Senden tries to center it, but all his teammates were going to the box as the Thunderhawks get out to center. Here's Mortensen. Mortensen has Drennan going with him. Shot, nice blocker save by Eriksson. Saw that all the way. Drennan goes after it in the corner. Gruba pulls it away from him, backhands it behind the net. Madigan back to the point, puck shot toward the net. But out come the Pioneers with some speed, trying to center it.
Good job by Easton Young to keep that pass from getting to the center.
And we're starting to open up here for some reason. You think a 4-4 game, you tighten up, starting to go end to end here. Puck in his own zone is Miller. Miller goes to the far side. It'll slide into the Grand Rapids zone. No icing called. Gunderson was lobbying for it. Out to center ice. Nice job by Del Greco. Del Greco picks it up on the boards. Tries to come in. His centering pass for Drotz. Doesn't work. Shot on a rolling puck by Nelson. Flutters over the net. Puck shot into the Hill Murray zone. Shots on goal now 24-23. I don't know what they had in the water between the second and third period, but Grand Rapids found their legs again.
Yeah, they about shot them 6-2 officially in this period then.
Puck out to center into the Hill Murray zone. They'll pick it up there, and Ben Carr gets it out to center. Nice job by Will Stauffer. Stop that rush. Ahead it comes. Del Greco. Around the boards to Morquay. Morquay pinches it along the boards at the blue line. Supporting him is Drotz, dug out by the Pioneers, shot out to center. Stoffer goes after it, but we'll have an icing call as it gets ahead of everybody.
And the last few sponsors we have to thank for bringing you Thunderhawk Hockey. Thank you to one and all. Super One Foods, Chad Sturl, attorney, and Spartan Deli. We got them all. Thank you.
Face-off in the Hill Murray zone to the right of Jack Erickson. Shots on goal now 24-23 in favor of Grand Rapids. Back to the point. Here's Easton Young. Young didn't find an angle to shoot, so just put it behind the Hill Murray net.
And what didn't he do, Sheldon?
Shot it into
That's right.
forward's pads.
That's exactly right. He looked at it, thought about, no, this isn't the best play, so he just moves aside and dumps it down low.
I figured you would appreciate that. Face-off will come out to neutral ice now after the puck went into the netting in the Grand Rapids zone. Grand Rapids wins that draw. Here's Easton Young looking ahead to DeMars. They say he didn't touch it. I don't know that he did.
No.
Bouncing puck.
Right.
He was right there. If he could have just got a stick on it.
But then it would have been a breakaway almost.
Yeah, almost. He would have had some room anyways. And he loves leaning in. He can power his way in if he gets his shoulder in front.
Yeah, I think he's got that long stride. He just gets those legs spread out, leans, and you're going to be hard pressed to push him anywhere.
Off the face-off, won by the Thunderhawks. Here comes Henry Sturl. Sturl has DeMars going with him. Gets it into the zone for a moment. Comes right back out with Miller. Miller backhands it deep into the Grand Rapids zone. Tied at 4 on the Grand Itasca scoreboard. Sturl again comes out of his zone. Nice pass to J.J. Kerr. Kerr finds DeMars. DeMars drop pass for Easton Young. Backhanded in front of the net, goes wide. Back to the point, and there's your favorite play off the shin pad and bounces back in the Grand Rapids zone. But that was that wasn't.
That was a forward playing D.
And he was just trying to flip it in quick, and
right.
He had no time to find an angle.
That's exactly right.
Leo Gruba in his own zone for the Pioneers. Gruba.
Stop him.
Comes up to center, tries the drag move. Mortensen, and now in the slot, partially fanned.
Twice.
Now Gruba at the blue line. That was Senden who's fanned. Backhanded down low by Begley. Kaufman loses the puck. Off the boards, comes to Gruba. Keeps it in. Gruba looks for room. That hits a defenseman and stays out. Morquay with another block. Gruba, another shot right on, and I'm going to say that time Gunderson was a little farther back in his net than he maybe wanted to be, but able to smother it.
Yeah, a lot of activity in front of that net. Even though the shots were coming from up high, a lot of skating going on in front of that net. People back and forth.
Del Greco line comes out. He's out against the Hardy Godbout line for Hill Murray. Face off to the right of Gunderson. Sheldon Willis and Tom Downing with you here on J105 and on YouTube. Up the boards it comes. Little touch pass for Del Greco. Doesn't work. Now here's something working. Oh, goes just past Godbout. Godbout was in a spot with a lot of space in a good spot and just couldn't quite corral the puck. Now here's Del Greco out to center. Del Greco goes wide. Nelson has to wait for him. Shot hits a skate and goes wide. Now Nelson working for it behind the net. Nelson.
Thunderhawks doing a much better job of forecheck this period, huh?
Yes, they are. Here's Sam Sturl. Sturl's shot goes right through slot machine Nelson, right where he belongs, right in front of the net. And an icing call on Hill Murray.
Slot machine.
Now, that is the nickname Super Joe gave him this morning on the Sports Issue because he spends all his time in the slot. He's a machine in there.
And did Caden hear this?
Oh, yeah, Caden picked it.
Oh, so he likes it?
Oh, he loves it.
Well, let's roll with it then.
Yeah. It's Caden Nelson approved nickname. I would never do anything else. I have some other nicknames I call some of these kids that aren't airworthy. You have to ask me off air, I might tell you. Morquay in his own zone, and that's stopped. Nice job by Morquay to take Bonin off the puck at the half wall. Hill Murray still fighting for it. Still not out to center. Morquay can't clear it. Hayden Davis finally will. Gets it to Kerr. Kerr finds a little room, slides it in on Erickson, who puts it into the corner. Kerr takes a hit from a Whistler. We're down to 4:46 to go. Whistler and Kerr tangled up in the corner as the shot lobs up and looked like it was going out of play, but drops in time. Now a shot right on. Kerr didn't get all of it, and saved by Erickson.
Just the fact he came out of the corner with that puck and got that shot off is amazing. Did a nice move on the wall over there. Justin Kerr getting a shot on net. Low glove save. 26-24 shots on net.
A lot of ice time for these top two lines. The third line is getting spelled in, but not for much.
8-3 shots on goal in this period in favor of the Thunderhawks.
One-time shot. Hits the skate and goes wide. That was Garrett Drotz in the high slot. Behind the net. Hill Murray gets it out to center ice. And fanning on it was Easton Young. And Hill Murray fans wanted a trip on Easton Young. Could have had it most times. Long shot turned aside by Gunderson. Another shot that doesn't get through. Here's Hardy. Hardy back to the point. Gruba comes near side to Begley. Begley, the shot doesn't get through. Oh, Nelson felt that. Shot at the short side is held by Gunderson. And where did he take that?
I think up high, you know, like, oh no, he's limping.
He is limping on that right leg. I thought it maybe caught him just above the shin pad, kind of came up underneath the breezer and caught him in the thigh. Yeah. That's going to leave a mark. He's struggling to get into the box.
Yeah, I thought the way he went down that maybe it hit him up here in the front part of the hip, but he's
in pain.
The trainer ain't even spending any time with him, so he must be fine.
Rub some, if you're baseball, you just say rub some dirt on it and go. Begley at the point, top of the circle. Tries to sharp angle shot, doesn't get through. Thunderhawks getting their third line out for a quick shift. And you got to do it. In this speed of a game, after playing last night, you can't go two. Gruba.
No, you sure can't, especially against a team that's playing three.
Down low. Puts it deep into the Grand Rapids zone. Mortensen, nice job to dig the puck out. His pass hits Drennan, does get out to center ice. Shot right back into the Grand Rapids zone. Near side for Drennan. Drennan, cross ice pass, doesn't hit DeMars. Blaine Mortensen tries it again, tries to get it ahead to DeMars. Mortensen and that was Jack Senden fight for it. Thunderhawks make changes with some room. Here comes Hensler. Hensler comes in on the backhand out front. And okay, there's the payback non-call for Easton Young. Hill Murray now got away with one. We're even there.
You don't think that was a solid check?
Nah.
No.
And a shot right on as no, I thought he pulled him down. And I thought Easton Young pulled the other guy down. Okay, I'm outvoted by the two guys in the press box. It was a clean check. Face off to Miles Gunderson's right. 4-4, 2:34 to go, third period. Madigan to take the draw, going up against Kerr.
He's a little guy, that Madigan.
Especially Kerr's like 6'4". Right. Grand Rapids wins the draw. And getting it out to center is Easton Young. Comes back into the Grand Rapids zone. Shots on goal now 27-26 in favor of Hill Murray. We're tied at 4. Cross ice pass. Get it to DeMars. DeMars steps on the gas around Hensler. Gets it low. Now Kerr. Kerr backhands it for DeMars. DeMars, nice quick spin. Tries to get past his teammate Sturl, but loses the puck. And Hensler, pass ahead. And slides into the Grand Rapids zone. Hill Murray making changes. Sturl tips it into the Hill Murray zone. Minute 45 to go, tied at 4. Backhanded into the Grand Rapids zone. That should be icing, and it is. Face-off will come back into the Hill Murray zone. To the right of goaltender Jack Erickson. 1:40 to go. We haven't solved anything yet. It's 4-4.
I wonder if Chido's thinking about some timeout here at any time. I mean, it's tied, but he needs to get this line here a little bit of a breather.
Off the face-off, won by Del Greco, back to Stauffer, but it bounces over his stick. Stauffer has to chase it into his own zone, up the boards. And, you know, when you're tired, that has to be disheartening. You win the draw, and then the puck takes a bad bounce and goes out of the zone. You have to expend that energy. Hill Murray trying to clear it. Now right out in front. Shot. Erickson didn't know where it was. He had stopped it.
Del Greco skating, tried to bring it from backhand to forehand, and he just couldn't have enough space and time to get it up tall enough over the goal. He came out, kind of dove to block that angle. 27 shots on goal, so that means 9-6. The Hill Murray catching up in this period.
Puck banged off the glass. And into the Grand Rapids zone. And another icing call. We'll come back and do it again. To the left this time of goaltender Jack Erickson with 1:09 to go. Seems to me we were in this situation last night. Same score. Let's just have the other result in overtime. Or right now is fine.
Yeah, right. We could do it in regulation. I'd be okay with that.
As Drotz, his shot hits a stick and goes wide.
As good a team as the Thunderhawks are, they've lost 3 overtime games and only won 1.
Yep. Now here's Easton Young, back to Nelson. Nelson, looking backside, that went past everybody. Pinching in Morquay. Morquay able to keep it in. Out just for a moment. As Hill Murray shoots it down the ice. They had gained the red line, no icing. 40 seconds to go. Here comes Easton Young with a head of steam through center. Comes up the boards. Puck taken off his stick. Morquay moves it off the boards. 28 seconds to go in regulation. Morquay again lofts it up. And that one will be an icing call. And the faceoff back into the Grand Rapids zone. That's probably one decision Morquay wants back right there.
Yeah, he was trying to get the angle to where he'd just get it up the ice and not all the way down for an icing when he looked on the far side of the rink. But yeah, with 21 seconds left, that's not what you want to have happen as a face-off with Hill Murray in your zone.
4-4, face-off in the Grand Rapids zone. They've won a lot of draws this period. Puck comes out to center, Begley back to get it. To Hardy, who backhands it into the Grand Rapids zone with 12 seconds left. Fanning on the puck was Easton Young. Kerr takes his man into the boards. Now Kerr digs it out, 2 seconds, 1, and we're going to overtime.
That we are.
Buzzer sounds, another 8-minute overtime. We did this last night. It was sudden death for the Thunderhawks in overtime. Tonight they would like it to be sudden life. As shots on goal 27-27, goals 4-4. The odds of either of these two refs calling a penalty in overtime are probably pretty low.
Well,
for Grand Rapids, they've not scored 5-on-5 tonight. 4 for 4 on the power play.
That's true. That's true.
They've had some chances, but they have not put the puck past Erickson. 5-on-5. There's been 5 power play goals scored in this game, 4 of them by Grand Rapids.
And now we go to an overtime that they've lost 3 and won 1 over the season.
The one win against Eden Prairie, 4-3. Losses to Roseau Warroad and last night to Moorhead.
And both the Roseau Warroad were 4-3 games.
That's
and
true.
And 5-4 last night.
And we're going to, if it's going to be a win tonight, it'll be 5-4, says my Magic 8 Ball.
A 1-goal win.
It would be.
Imagine how that happens in overtime.
Or we go for a 4-4 tie. That can happen as well if we play overtime without anything happen. Rundown, well, the tying goal was the only scoring in that period.
And it happened with exactly 13 minutes left in the period. A power play goal Let's see here. Del Greco on the goal, and Caden Nelson and Ren Morquay got the assists on that one. Of course, Grand Rapids got the only goal of the period that tied it up. They did outshoot Hill Murray 11-6. At one point, they had about a 7-goal positive swing, but it's 27 shots on goal for the whole game. 4-4, you know, what else can you ask for?
Good hockey. We have seen it both nights, and we played extra hockey both nights.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's got to be something tiring. I bet these boys get a good rest tonight.
For the Grand Rapids, well, for Hill Murray, their last game was Tuesday, so you would think they may have a little fresher legs, maybe.
Well, and you wonder if they're not making this an overnight thing about. And the only reason I say that is because Lechner's been waving to somebody every time he walks onto the ice, some little person over there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if he's got family up or.
For Grand Rapids, they will play Tuesday, Friday, Saturday next week. Tuesday at Brainerd, Friday against Maple Grove, and Saturday, White Bear Lake here at the IRA Civic Center. So teams will switch ends. Of course, we won't resurface the ice. Caden Nelson, how much time did he miss? Oh, about 40 seconds after limping off the ice. He was back on that last shift.
And he looked fine.
And he did look fine. Adrenaline is kicked in. So we will start with the two first lines. The Hardy line going up against the Del Greco line. Overtime, ready to go. Off the face-off. Getting to it is Ingebrigtsen and puts it into the Grand Rapids zone. Going behind the net. That was unwise as the puck comes out front, and Grand Rapids gets it to the point, not out, kept in by Begley. That shot blocked. Thunderhawks maybe with numbers as Drotz picks it up. No, as Nelson, I think, was hooked a little bit and kept from joining the rush right away. Thunderhawks trying to keep it in at the half wall. It will come out to center. Bouncing puck. As Stauffer can't find it, but it does come out to center. Here comes Nelson. Nelson, drop pass to Drotz. His shot hits Nelson on the way through. Back to the point to Stauffer. Gets it behind the Hill Murray net. Shot by Drotz. He was looking at that 2-inch window over the right shoulder of goaltender Erickson, but got under it a little bit and put it into the netting. No one. I don't think anyone touched it. I think we're coming out to neutral ice.
On his forehand, on the goal line, and over the net and into the netting behind him.
He was trying to go bar down. Well, there wasn't much room there. He went at a sharp angle up.
You know, in the old days, you'd never taken that shot, but these kids can make them.
Oh, I know it.
You know what? They're just way better shooters.
Bonin and Kerr going up against each other. Bonin wins that one. Back to Hensler. Hensler, who has a goal tonight. Out to center ice. Bonin drop pass. Thunderhawks intercepted for a moment, but Hill Murray keeps it in. Bonin in front of the net, can't control the puck. Nice job by Morquay to block that. Hill Murray back to the point to Hensler. Far side, shot goes just wide of the net. Hayden DeMars picks it up on the half wall, comes out with speed. DeMars tries to bull his way down low. DeMars has it taken away by Hensler. And now Bonin out to center. Long pass ahead. That gets on the wrong side of Madigan, but he's still able to find it and put it deep into the Grand Rapids zone. Long pass ahead to DeMars. DeMars. He's at the end of a shift and ridden off the puck by Gruba. Out comes Senden. Senden. Long shot in. There were just no legs left there for DeMars. Now Gruba shoots it in. Grand Rapids goes with a third line, number 3 line out here.
Right.
Shot, save, rebound goes into the corner. And we'll have a whistle.
I think it was
played with a high stick.
Right. Or a hand pass, something to where it's.
I think I saw it.
Doesn't matter. It's an icing, whatever. It's going to be a face-off in the Thunderhawk zone to the right of Miles Gunnarsson. Played a nice game tonight. He's been tough on some shots.
5:49 to go. Overtime, 4-4. Hardy and Del Greco to take the draw to the right of Gunderson. We're going to kick them both out. That'll put Godbout against Caden Nelson. And Nelson, he's won a couple draws there where he's been put into play. Cross ice pass, doesn't get to Drotz, but he's able to take it away from Gruba anyways. Drags it in, shot! Oh, what a blocker save by Erickson to keep this tied. Now back the other way, 4-on-2. Comes Hill Murray, shot tipped over the net. Godbout keeps it down low. Young going after it against Hardy. Centering pass, shot, what a save by Gunderson. I'm going to give him save of the game number 2. Wow.
Well, if Grand Rapids can win this one, they stole it with that save right there.
That is the best save Gunderson has made this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess from what I've seen.
No question. Still tied at 4, face-off at neutral ice. Carr and Bonin. Bonin wins that one. Backhands it into the Grand Rapids zone. Markway behind the net. Goes up the boards for Sturl. Sturl shoots it in deep. In to get it is DeMars. Legs seem to have recovered in the last minute and a half. Hensler behind the net for Carr. Carr gets it down the ice. Thunderhawks clear it. DeMars tries to move it ahead. Fight for it right in front of the players' benches. 4:42 to go in overtime. Now DeMars takes a shot that goes over the net. He was looking for the bar down shot as well. Towards the front of the net, intercepted by Hensler. And we have an offside call. That was nice. Gloved it.
Right.
Gloved it out of the zone, and Hill Murray picking it up went offside.
Madigan's still inside the zone, and he looks at the ref like, you know, and I think, well, you're inside the zone. What do you think is not offside?
Exactly. Face-off will be just outside the Grand Rapids blue line. 4:28 to go overtime. Third line out there again for the Thunderhawks. Going up against the Hill Murray third line. Puck down the ice. Be an icing call on the Thunderhawks.
Rapids didn't think so.
Thunderhawks on the bench are pretty convinced that it wasn't icing. It looked like icing to me. I wasn't watching maybe as close as they were.
Well, I think they're arguing that somebody for Hill Murray touched it over there, but
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it, no. And neither did the ref.
That's obvious. But everyone from the Grand Rapids bench was pretty sure they did.
Yeah, coaches, players, everybody.
Grand Rapids gets their number 1 line out as they get a 1-3 matchup here as they're out against the third line for Hill Murray. Puck off the boards. Hensler will throw it back into the Grand Rapids zone. Hill Murray quickly trying to get their first line on. Now here's Del Greco. Finds Nelson. Nelson tried to go back the other way, and Grand Rapids tried for the pretty goal. Maybe one too many passes on that one. Now coming in, Hill Murray. Begley almost lost it. Now he will. Backhanded ahead to Easton Young. Young, little drag move, comes in, shot. Saved by Erickson. That would have been
nice way to win it.
Nice way to win it with a hat-trick goal.
Yeah.
That was a forwards drag move there. Easton Young taking a back seat to nobody on the rush.
Saw that. Garrett Drotz did one of those and got a shot off in this overtime. They're playing good hockey here.
Off the face-off, won by Hill Murray. Come out to center where Morquay picks it up, slapping at the puck right down in front of us. DeMars there, along with Ingebrigtsen. Now here comes DeMars. DeMars has Carr going with him. DeMars out front. Carr can't get the shot on net.
Man,
DeMars paid the price too, didn't he?
Yeah, they've got some good D. They go down and block at just the right time. That was a hip check that took DeMars off.
And we've talked about how hard it is to take him off the puck. DeMars did get it out front, but then Carr was tied up, couldn't get the shot on net. Out to center ice, Hensler takes over in his own zone. Ahead to Bonin. Bonin goes far side for Madigan. Madigan out front. Thunderhawks put that into the corner. 2:47 in overtime. Ahead it comes. Del Greco can't quite find it. Bonin in his own zone. Brandon Bonin tries to go wide, taken away by Del Greco. Defenseman falls. Del Greco with a little bit of room. Tries to work around Hensler. Out to center ice. Down the ice. Easton Young gets to it. Says, did I have to get to that at that point in time? He coasted all he could. Puck shot back into the Grand Rapids zone. 2:11 to go in overtime. Well, we've gone farther than we did last night. Mortensen moves it up to Drotz. Drotz, centering pass doesn't work. Comes back, and Nelson puts it into the corner. Now Nelson puts on the brakes. Finds Drotz, spins away from pressure. Back to Drotz. Drotz tries to get the turnover. Puck goes to the half wall. Nelson digs that out. Puts it back to the point, but Drotz, he was completely gassed. He was going to the bench.
And the D was out of the zone. I'm not sure why.
Now here comes Gruba. Gruba takes a long shot. That's turned aside by Gunderson. Minute 22 to go. That puck goes out of play. 1:20 to go. Shots on goal 29-29 means they've been 2 apiece here in overtime.
4 shots on goal. It doesn't seem like that many for as much as they've gone up and down the ice, does it?
It does not.
Timeout, somebody.
Might as well.
And it looks like Rapids called this one.
As Grand Rapids calling the timeout. Overtime 2 nights in a row. Or a night and then an afternoon. So the Thunderhawks.
5 overtime games so far this year. That's a lot of overtimes to play.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thunderhawks have had some chances. I would say Thunderhawks have had a little bit the better chances here in overtime by a bit.
Overtime, yes.
And probably in the third period as well.
Yeah. No, they're playing pretty good hockey. I'm glad to see that they got legs back, because you were starting to wonder at the end of the second if they're going to be able to come out and have some third period legs. But they did, and now they're into the overtime, and the excitement should carry them for the last minute and 20.
So timeout.
The JV lost, let's see, what was it, 5-0?
5-0, yep.
And they were pretty well dominated, so much different here in this Varsity game. Even Steven, it's tied 4-4, 29 shots on goal. What could you ask for? This is a hockey day in Minnesota. This is probably the best game going on right now in the state.
I wouldn't doubt that. Hardy and Del Greco. Actually, it'll be Ingebrigtsen going up against Del Greco on the face-off. Puck tied up in the Grand Rapids zone. Back to the point. Play it down low. Back to Godbout, and the shot goes wide. Drotz gets it out to center. Nelson will get to it in time. Nelson tries to find Drotz. Goes away. Oh, Godbout was behind the defense, but the puck didn't get to him. Final minute of overtime. Puck flipped off the boards. Morquay keeps it in. Tries to put it down low. Here's Drotz. Drotz had Nelson in front. Couldn't get him the puck.
Defenseman laid down. Gave him nothing.
Now Nelson behind the net. Back to the point. Nice job by Easton Young to get there. Shot tipped over the net. 33 seconds to go. Nelson can't get to it. Hill Murray looking for Godbout on the breakout pass. Godbout tries to get to it.
Going to be icing?
No, yes. Godbout dove to try to get a stick on that and just missed it by an inch. It'll come back in the Hill Murray zone.
I don't know if I've ever seen that diving to stop an icing.
Carr and Bonin to take the draw. Bonin's owned him this period. This time Carr wins it. See, I jinxed Bonin all by myself. Hill Murray, Begley goes to the far side. Long cross ice pass. Now here's a shot. Goes wide up by Bonin. Carr off the boards. Out to center ice. 8 seconds left. Maybe time for one more rush. 4. Puck still at neutral ice. 2-1. That'll do it. A tie game. I don't know. You know what they say about ties. I'm not going to say it.
Right.
But Grand Rapids, they laid it all out there, and it was a great, great hockey game. Tied at 4. That'll be your final score. We'll take a break. You'll come back with a recap. We'll get our Culver's post-game interview. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
It's not too late to be sure the battery in your RV, watercraft, lawn equipment, and your favorite hot rod will be ready to go in the spring. Save $7 on a Schumacher 1.5 amp fully automatic battery maintainer, or save $15 on a Schumacher 1200 amp lithium start mobile power pack. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
To CarQuest and roll on.
Attention ice fishermen and women. Make Nooch's in the Corner your main stop before you head out on the lake. They'll come out and top off your truck with fuel and get your propane tanks filled up so you stay warm out there. Then grab your coffee, pop, and snacks and be on your way. It's easy to get in and out with your trailer. Nooch's is locally owned and gives back to the community. Stop in at Nooch's in the Corner at the intersections of Highways 169 and 2 in Grand Rapids.
In this place, athletes face obstacles like nowhere else. The last 5 miles, the power play, the 2-minute warning. When the challenges come, we'll meet it together because it's your chance to show what you're made of, and the power to prove the toughest competition comes from within. This is Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine like nowhere else. Visit essentiahealth.org.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
Ray's Marine is a 4th-generation business that has been serving the Northland for over 50 years. And there's still inventory available, including London Questliner boats with Mercury motors. They're making room for the new 2022 models coming in. Ray's Marine has the boat and Mercury motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Find the right boat and Mercury motor for your family at Ray's Sport and Marine, where your passion is the water.
Have you been putting off making a retirement plan because the task seems too big and intimidating? At Claremont Financial Advisors, we use our easy-to-understand planning process to give you the tools to feel confident in your financial future. Whether your goal is to travel the world or enjoy our beautiful Northland, we are here to guide you towards the retirement you desire. Give Guy or Tom a call today at 326-3000 or visit us on the web at ClaremontFinancialAdvisors.com. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
Hey, this is Miles Gunderson with the Thunderhawk Hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the IRA Civic Center Larry Johnson press box after number 4 and number 9 in the state of Minnesota meet up, and nothing was decided. 4-4 the final score. It was 2-1 after one period of play with Grand Rapids in front of Hill Murray, and they outshot them 10-8. And Bonnin scored the first goal of the game. Hill Murray was up 1-0 at 15:37 left in that first period. Hensler got the helper on that one. And then the power play barrage started. Easton Young, his first of 2, happened at 14:09. A power play goal with Del Greco and Drotz on the helpers. And with 1:46, it was Easton again, and both wristers from the blue line, Morquay and Caden Nelson on the helpers. So after one, it's 2-1 Grand Rapids in front. 2 penalties to Hill Murray and 1 to Grand Rapids in period number 1, and they paid dearly, the Hill Murray Pioneers. Let's go to period number 2, and with 7:56 left in that, it was a power play goal by Sturl, and that makes it a 3-1 lead. That happened at 7:56 power play. Young and Stauffer on the helpers. And then the next 3 goals were Hill Murray, and it was Gruba on the first one with Godbout and Hardy on the helpers at 2:01. And only 40 seconds later, Hill Murray, Hardy on the goal, Godbout on the assist on that one. And then just another, 38 seconds later, it was Hensler with the goal, and Sandlin and Hurley on the assist. Shots on goal were 8-3 in period number 2, and that was in favor of 13-8 in period 2 in favor of Hill Murray, and each team took a penalty in that period, and each team paid. Third period is when Del Greco tied that thing up. He did it with an even 13 minutes left in the period. Another power play goal. So 5 power play goals tonight. Grand Rapids was 4 for 4. And Godbout, let's see here. It was the Pioneers that got just 1 power play goal. Yeah, it was Grand Rapids with 4 for 4 on the power play. And Del Greco tied it up, 13 minutes. Nelson and Morquay on the helpers. Shots on goal were in favor of Grand Rapids in period 3, 11-6. So we end regulation tied 4-4. Shots on goal, 27-27. And then 2 more shots for each team in the overtime. And no goals, so 29-29. And no penalties in the overtime. In the third period, it was Hill Murray taking one at 14-24. And then that was, the matching penalties that happened. So they played 5-on-5 and third period. So Grand Rapids, their record goes to 13-4-1 on the season, and the Hill Murray Pioneers rated number 4 in the state, 12-3-1 on the season. So a good tie, I guess, is what you got to call it, huh, Sheldon?
I would agree with that it was a good tie. Boy, give Miles Gunderson a hat tip. That was an amazing pad save to preserve that tie late in that period.
Yes, indeed.
Time for our Dutch Room Mad Dog Pizza 3 stars. They're proudly owned and operated by Brandy and Gabe Miskovich, and welcoming you in to relax with family and friends. Enjoy the best pizza, wings, and burgers around. Number 3.
You know, I was just going to go with all D tonight, and that doesn't seem fair. So I think we're going to go with the number 3 star being Ren Morquay.
Okay.
He played a great game defensively, and he was in on a couple helpers as far as getting points on the board. So number 3 star, number 2, Joey Del Greco, and just he was fast out there tonight, and he moved the puck, made some great moves, tried to set some people up, got the tying goal. So, and then we got to go with Easton Young as the number 1 star of the game. 2 wristers from the blue line that kept this, gave them a lead in the early part of this game.
And then it was another wrister that was tipped in for the third goal.
For the third goal, that's right. He got
actually that was a slapper. That one was the big crank.
He wound that one up instead of just smoothly ripping it to the rope.
So those are your Dutch Room Mad Dog Pizza 3 stars of the game. Ren Morquay, Joey Del Greco, and Easton Young going 3-2-1. Dutch Room Mad Dog Pizza, and check out their Facebook page for daily lunch and dinner specials. One more quick break, and back with our Culver's post-game interview with stars 1 and 2. See, I can pick them.
All right. We think alike.
Yeah, there you go. And we'll be back with that in a couple minutes here on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
At Grand Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one at Grand Rapids GM, the Carr Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Affinity Plus is a proud supporter of our local hockey programs. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. Stop in and see us for your everyday needs and big life events, like opening up a membership for your child's first saving or checking account, or purchasing that home or fancy car. We would love for you to take advantage of our competitive low rates. Best of luck to our local hockey teams on a great season. Affinity Plus is insured by the NCUA, and you can learn more about us at affinityplus.org.
This is Hayden Mars with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Culver's post-game interview got Easton Young and Joey Del Greco. It wasn't a win, but that was some amazing hockey out there.
Yeah, for sure. We were up 3-1 in the second period, or at the beginning of the second period, and then things went south, and 3-3, and then they put one in the third for making 4-3, and then and then we battled back and put one in the net, and then it was good.
So, Joey, talk a little bit about the end of the second period, because it was that Hill Murray avalanche, and it looked like the legs were getting heavy.
Yeah, for sure. They just got one and kept putting the pressure on us, and we need to work on our D zone a little better to make sure that doesn't happen next time.
So what was said between periods 2 and 3, and how did you come back recharged? Because it looked like you got those legs back.
He was just talking about our D zone and that we need to clean things up a little bit, and it'll come. Just keep believing in the process, and it happened. Well, not really, but kind of.
So, Joey, 4 for 4, I believe, on the power play tonight. All 4 goals scored on the power play. Easton with a couple. You had one. Talk about what was working there.
Yeah, we were just working it around good, and Easton's got a bomb of a shot, so we were just kind of giving him the puck and letting him tee it up.
Well, you came close. You had the beautiful drag move to get in overtime, and looked like you had the hat trick on your stick, Easton.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it with a pass without Joe out of the zone there, but put it right in his belly button. So next time I got to get my head up and pick a spot.
What did you learn from this weekend, and what do you take away from this weekend, Joey?
That it takes 3 periods to win, and we got to be focused all 3 periods and come out strong next time.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and we'll see you for 3 games next week, guys.
Yep, thanks.
Thanks, Alan.
That is Easton Young and Joey Del Greco on our Culver's post-game interview. Hey, they each get some Culver's food to enjoy. They need a little recharge. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know which is better, the frozen custard or the hamburger, but they can figure it out.
Get them both.
You get them both. There you go. And the flavor of the day is a chocolate and vanilla fresh frozen custard swirled together with chewy pieces of Snickers. Your Culver's post-game interview. I love Joey's last comment there. What did you learn this weekend? We got to play 3 periods to win. There was a 5-minute lapse, and that cost them the win in this game.
Everything they said makes me believe these guys are really smart hockey players.
they know what's going on, don't they?
Right.
And we come out with a 4-4 tie, Grand Rapids and Hill Murray. That wraps it up. I'll see you next Friday.
For more hockey,
for more
Maple
hockey.
Grove and White Bear Lake. Is that the order, too?
That is the order. Friday and Saturday, same times, and before that at Brainerd on Tuesday night. That wraps it up with a 4-4 tie. For Tom Downing, I'm Sheldon Willis, and this has been Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Thanks for joining us for Grand Rapids Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Coming in, shot, goal! Ren Morquay makes it 2-0. Sneaking in on the backside, picks the top corner, and it's 2-0 Grand Rapids.
This game was brought to you by Chad Sturl, attorney at law, Super One Foods, White Pine Jewelers, Jimmy John's, and Itasca Reliable Insurance. Thunderhawk